We are here and Cloudy. What's going on over there?
What?
What
You put this on my thing, so I'm just...
I don't know. Can you tell me at least from your background experience of what we have going on screen? Is the stroke game strong or is it weak?
Well, judging from the episode, it's pretty weak from what I understand.
Well, okay. I mean, you're not wrong on that. So, okay, hello and welcome to tonight's TokuTonic shift. I'm your host, once again, Zio Agito, joined here by my panelists of other aficionados in the Toku community, where we talk about, of course, the latest going on in the Toku space, which seems to be a lot of Gotchard stuff recently. Too much Gotchard. Like, wow, I feel like at this point we're going to go into the press conference knowing everything except the actors. And even then, I anticipate, like, probably hours before we get the presser, they're going to leak the actors.
Yeah,
and it's just
actors'
like,
names, though. Or at least for Gotchard.
So, I mean, there's still the proper introduction to them in terms of that aspect. Though we did hear the voice of Gotchard himself in that one going around clip from the movie with everyone having giant Jay Leno chins. It's crazy. If you've seen the pics and you've seen the vids, they out there. Definitely some meme-worthy stuff. But yeah, Ash, you came in pretty late on the back end, so I didn't get to ask you, how's your day been so far?
It's been pretty good so far. I had an interesting week. My memorial Two Kaiser Gierlinger, whatever one it's called, arrived. It came in a big box within a box that arrived.
Wow, that's a fast turnaround time.
Yeah. For, like Toku Collectibles said, we'll be here in a couple of days. So it got here pretty quickly for the other side of the world. So, and it came in pretty good condition. The box wasn't too banged up. So that's pretty cool.
You gonna whip it out? You gonna whip it out?
No, it's still in the box. I'm gonna take it. I gotta take it out.
Tap on
it. Tap on it. I gotta
beat it up.
Soon. I gotta get batteries to put in it.
Oh man. I'm not gonna end the poll already. I literally just started this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking?
I mean, they all made their decisions so quickly, Zio.
Yeah, I'm sure you all made your decisions that quickly on there. Before talking about that poll, Mark, how are you this fine evening?
I've been laughing at how much overspending people have been doing on the Gotchard card boxes, because a little quick research. Hobby Link Japan had those Phase 00, $20 a box. Phase 01, $30 a box.
Really?
Decent shipping.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Am I paying $68 for one box? No, they sold it. Like within 2 hours, it was done. So, unlike everyone else paying $68 for one box. I mean,
well, the thing is, I went to, because I saw everywhere else was sold out, and I was like, it's payday, so let me go ahead and invest in some cards. Pre-orders closed, sold out. So I was like, all right, let me go to Amazon Japan.
Oh, you saw the shipping, didn't you?
I saw the shipping. And like when I added the just the Phase 1 cards, because that was the only one that they had in Amazon Japan. So of course the yen conversion made it like $30, but then with shipping, $89.
Yeah.
And I was like, ain't no way. I am not gonna spend $89 for a pack of boost, for a whole box of boost. No.
So yeah, no, I saw that, and I was gonna get some extras. Because right now I have 5 Phase 00s boxes, and I'm at 3 Phase 01s purchased, and I was like, maybe, because like I saw how many there are now, and it's ridiculous. Even at 5 booster boxes, from an odd standpoint, I still might not get everything.
I don't think you will. At least not every rarity as well.
And middle of the week, they announced freaking the Sotos are going to have exclusive alternate art for secondaries. And they're doing the wafer candies that are going to have exclusive 21 cards with one exclusive card that you can't find anywhere else. And it's all Legend Riders alternate art exclusive to the wafers. Now, as you know, the wafers count as a food. So it's a lot harder to get those set here.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, so you got to get the legendary riders for food, not like packs?
Oh, no, they're still going to be packs. They get alternate artwork.
Oh, okay.
So it's almost like Pokemon TCG getting that full artwork. Yeah, they got alternate art for them, and they look amazing because they showed all of them already.
I'm gonna need to start getting some contacts in Japan just so I can get these. Because even though right now I'm in the bandwagon of I'm not interested in getting the driver, I want every single one of those fucking cards. Like, I'll just
Yeah,
be
same.
in terms of that front. Like,
I
I
already got a binder for 'em.
fucking cards.
I got a Showa Kamen Rider binder for them in my closet. I'm like, I needed a reason to take this out.
Like, I am a hype about those cards, just not hype about the prices that I see going around. So
Yeah.
They will drop eventually.
wait until people start putting them on like Mercari Japan through Bai and this and that. That's when you'll get them cheaper, and you could use some of those, Bai coupons and this and that. That's like I talk about. Just wait. Like if I couldn't get through Hobby Link Japan or through my source in Japan, I wasn't going to order any because I'm not paying $70 for a booster box. I'll go buy some Digimon booster boxes for like cheaper.
Look, not to give anybody ideas, but for TokuDet, 2023, it would be very nice to see someone just laying in a bathtub filled with Gotchard cards for their TokuDet video. I'm just saying.
There's 30 times 5. That's 150.
It can be done.
Box.
It can be done, especially for all the doubles you're about to get. Doubles and triples and quadruples.
All right, just from Phase 0 alone, I'll have 750 cards.
Yeah,
I will have over 1,100 cards by September 8th. This could be manageable.
Okay. All right. We'll see how many others get that idea, and we just end up having like a giant bathtub off when it comes to TokuDet. Now we start ranking the bathtubs. Okay. Did they light some candles in here? Did they have the wine glass going? Did they have the common cider cans ready? Like, what's going on? We'll see.
I have a blade candle. I win.
What's it smell like?
I haven't lit it because I also have the colognes also. I have everything blade. I don't mess around with my blade collection.
I mean, even though you haven't lit it, you should still be able to sniff the candle.
The whole box and everything's factory sealed still.
Okay. All right. Cloudy, how's it like being behind the Bowski?
Awkward and wet.
Ah, great. Fantastic. Just like tofu in general.
No. Oh, Lord. No.
Oh, man. Already got a quick $5 super chat. Mikey out here already says, I got my box of 01 from TokuLectables for $32. Then, like an hour before they sold out, they jumped it up to $60. What, really?
I heard about that. About that.
God.
I actually could explain how those happen sometimes. So it depends on where they could allocate their resources from. You have more than one distributor you can get your stuff from. So if you can get them from one distributor at a lower price, you can make your money off of $32. Sometimes you get off the other ones, and they're a little bit more expensive to get in because I know TokuLectables has been tweeting. They have allocated so many extras. They open up pre-orders to the point where they announce ahead of time now when the pre-orders are going to open.
But the thing is, a lot of people are going to be buying these cards with these premium prices. There is always a price drop for boxes. There will always be a price drop. So
like I said, Madarake, Bai, like all the alternate sources, and a lot of people, and when I did my video on how I get all my merch, I said a lot of people are kind of like intimidated. Amazon Japan and Bai, it's like, no, it is hassle-free. And if you don't trust using your credit card, use PayPal.
Yep.
Amazon let you use PayPal?
No, Amazon does, but like Bai and like Mercari Japan, a lot of people are wary of using proxies. And I'm like, it's safe. I was wary for the longest time. Now I'm just like, that's my homepage when I load up Google Chrome.
And even then, you can still use Amazon through Bai if you just get the extension. So,
which sometimes is cheaper than Amazon shipping.
So yeah, there's a lot going on the Gotchard side, but we'll get to that in a moment. Real quick, I did notice that we have someone in the live audience, GOA, whose birthday is tonight.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, GOA. Now, of course, I'd love to talk some Blazar stuff, but I was out of it for like half of the episode. So I was busy prepping for, like on the back end of things. So I saw it was Henri heavy. So, I was like, let me tune out a little bit. It'll be all right.
It was, but it wasn't Henri heavy. It wasn't the way like last week it was Emmy heavy. Like Henri was kind of the focus, but it was like, okay, her friend is there who is local family is like has a shrine. And so it wasn't really like a whole bunch of backstory to her and like hinting at other things. Whereas like Emmy, you're like, oh, she's been doing this for how long? And then we get some Gento stuff like, oh, I've been, doing this since I was like 17. It's like this was just kind of like, oh, look, she has a quirky friend.
Yep.
And they built 2 turrets on the back of a mountain that turned out to be a freaking kaiju.
Here's some world building and lore about this place and its monsters.
I liked it. That monster was good. That was a good throwback to like Ultra Q and like the 66 Ultraman with that style and that design. I was like, ooh, that's a Showa throwback kaiju design.
My only problem was like the ring around the face. Like I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah.
I'll definitely recheck it out in the morning. I was busy working on my free time today. I was like, I got to start working on my cosplay. I had to restart the cosplay because I couldn't get the undersuit that I wanted for the cosplay that I was working on. So I started on yet another one because I just need a base black base suit. So I'm fine with that. And that's why you see the EVA foam and shit behind me because I just stocked up. So I'm ready to go to start building this this suit from Kamen Rider, from Fies. It's Orga. It's Orga. I'm making Orga.
All right.
Oh, don't you already have to finish Fies next or whatever?
No, because I can't do the undersuit for that one. Because I tried to commission someone to get the undersuit made for it, but they never got back to me. And knowing the turnaround when it comes to a custom morph suit, it's not going to be ready in time for October. So I just decided, nope, shift gears, do something that I know I can get done by October. So
okay,
maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Oh, Mark, I forgot to comment on the finisher we got there for this week. Another unique finisher, like
okay, listen, that like arched back bend,
the
like,
booty rocking
like,
everywhere.
Yeah, just literally.
Yeah. I was just like,
where I was wondering where we're going with this when he stuck it into the ground behind him, and he was just like, oh.
when he snapped it on his knee, I'm like, oh god, is he gonna like play the tops like whack-a-mole or like freaking drums? But then he did the bend, and I was like, they're doing this on purpose for the memes. They know it. There's no way.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
just like,
they-
they're like, yeah, let's get some memes. Like Mark's gonna do a good thumbnail for this because he's one of 3 people reviewing Blazar right now.
They know about the thumbnail they got.
I mean, considering that the Ultraman Connection even put Psy's Blazar Grunt contest on their newsletter, and you know he is doing another one, guys. I'm not gonna submit another one for that one, but he is doing another one. So get those in when it comes to it. So I started a poll before the stream, and it's literally because I've been getting some comments saying I'm being too hard on Gates, that I'm definitely just being overtly negative on it. And it's just like, look, those of you that have been watching my reviews from the beginning know that I was cautiously optimistic in the beginning. I was definitely all about it up to a certain point. Then I was like, there's some noticeable changes going on. I'm hoping that they're not, in the middle of about to drop the ball. They kind of dropped the ball. 69 votes. Ayo. Nice. All right. So yeah, it's just like there was a certain point as well, like a few episodes ago, where I was legit in like copium after being negative for a while. I was just like, you know what? Let me try and just enjoy the ride. Let me just, be out here coping and dealing with this. And then after a while, like they just kept dropping the ball so many times to the point that I was like, nah, I can't cope no more. Like we're at the end game now. This is where you start wrapping up a lot of like the plot holes, inconsistencies, and setups that you've had. But then they introduce either more things or they retroactively make an explainer that they had before a non-factor. And I'm just like... So I did ask the chat what their opinions were on this. And I just said, am I going too hard on Geats recently? And it looks like 28% say no, the show has dropped the ball. But right below that one, 26% is yes, it's still hype. And tied with that, 26% is I can see his point, but I disagree. So that's like a mixture of the two. And then there's 18% that are just like, look, I'm just here for the ride. Like, I don't care about any of this plot point or anything like that. I'm just here to consume show and buy product and consume more show. So that's what we got there. So it looks like it's still like the majority, at least of the people that are on the live stream, agree with me, but right under that, we've got like some that agree to disagree and some that are like, nah, you're completely wrong. This still is that show. And I'm just like, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's like I said before stream, I was like, listen, like I can find the positive in this show, like regret, but even I've been like man. Like I had that comments I said last week. Someone went through like multiple comments all over saying, I hate the show. I was like, I've never said I hate the show. I just hate some of the decisions made in the pacing. This is not a bad show, but it's not over yet. So I still have my opinion. Like I said, I don't think you're being over negative because like you could justify it, your reasonings. Yep. You're not hating it just to be, oh, this sucks. I hate it. It's like, why? Because it's stupid. It's like, okay, why? Because it's dumb. Okay, why is it dumb? Because it's stupid. It's like the big circle of dumbass.
Like the Ghost and Saber haters that exist out there that don't give reasons.
Listen, Ghost is S tier. I don't care what anyone says. Y'all can suck it.
I like Saber, so.
Yeah. Oh, I like Saber too. It's
in my watching of Saber, it's not that bad. Like the beginning arc, once again, like slow snail's pace, like too many characters. But right now, I am enjoying it. I know that Cloudy did warn me that it's about to hit a brick wall pretty soon.
Yeah. Yep. Good luck.
It also it's one of those things too. You're binging it, so like
it's gonna go
week to week. Imagine I watched that week to
week. It was horrible.
As much as I liked it, it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, I can't wait, build up. Oh, this is what they're doing now. It's like crap.
Maybe especially when we got to like the late 30s. Oh god.
The 40s hit good though.
I guess I'll be there. I'll be there for that experience. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this week's Also, full disclosure, there's no Geets episode this upcoming Sunday, nor the Sunday right after. So,
wait, there's 2 weeks of no Geets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I only planned my content around 1 week of no Geets.
No, so next week this Sunday there's no Geets. We're still gonna get King Oger, but then the following week is that like sporting event. So we're not gonna get any Blazar. Blazar is gonna have just a clip show episode without any like story heavy things in there. It's literally just a clip show for the sake of clip show. And then no Geets, no King Oger that week. So I guess for y'all trying to get some content that you were backed up on, that's the week to do it.
You know what's funny is really quick, Blazar's already 20% done. I just realized.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
I was like, damn. But no Geets for 2 weeks. What the hell is 2 for 2 weeks?
Oh,
I guess they want to like get that palate cleanse out the way before we just go on the 3-part finale. So
dude, I'm just apologizing to everyone right now. The like 2 weeks of no commenter stuff, dude. I would clickbait the shit out of YouTube for 2 weeks. Like I'm just saying, everyone, there's gonna be a lot of clickbait showing up on your feed if you're subscribed to me. I don't apologize. Like I'm gonna do some opinion pieces. Why Buff is the main character.
So I know I'm gonna start getting comments going like, "Where's your Gates review?" It's just like, what Gates? What do you mean? If you got that Geets episode, let me know. I know they drop balls like that when it comes to episodes from time to time. So, oh my god, is it gonna do that thing again like it did last week, where it's not gonna show the thing and I have to stop the thing and get back up?
Maybe
like the Bowski out here. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. There's the Bowski right there. Gonna do my quick stuff. Watch the Dynaman dub for 2 weeks on Superhero Time. That's completely possible. That is a very hilarious dub.
I'm gonna watch
very
Gaiman.
Good dub. Watch Gaiman reverse.
Yeah.
Just start from the last episode and then work your way back.
Yeah, it's called.
See if you can make any sense to it. All right, so of course, in this week's Geets, of course, because of the wish being granted, they reversed Keiwa's wish. Let's not address the big can of worms that technically does, because a lot of people got revived, and they're dead again. But we're not going to address it, not going to address it at all, because you know what that wish did save? Wynn's face. Because last week it was getting caved in by Jito, and this week it's perfectly fine. While on the other hand, Sumidi, of course, has lost her abilities. Her white-haired, blue-eyed dragon. I'm just gonna throw that in there. Look. Meanwhile, Takahashi thinks that he's definitely cooking by putting in some symbolism from the opening and saying, "No, I planned this the whole time." As Ace starts to get captured by the room where it happened and starts becoming a statue. All this while the audience members that wanted that bad end kind of are upset that they got the bad end instead. So Jito's got a plan. He's using that tier that he collected up from Sumidi to bring in low budget Black Sumidi. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer the one from the the Geats Revice winter movie, that version of Sumity, much better than this. This is like if you got that Sumity on Wish. This is Black Sumity at home. That's it. That's what you get. Versus the one from the winter movie. Definitely a downgrade. Meanwhile, here's Jito with them, the SLs, broadcasting to the rest of the folks that, you know, the bad end is definitely indeed coming as you focus on these things. Wow, Dabowski, don't get too excited over there. All right, so moving on, of course, with the wish being undone, then Daichi's got his tree back. The weird thing about this episode is if you noticed, as they were moving the shots, you could see like the heads kind of float in the air, and I was like, ooh, that's some of like my level of editing right there. If the person that got hired for that is still on board, then maybe I got a shot working at their VFX department. I don't know, but those floating PNG images of heads were definitely a thing during this week's episode. But of course, that's when we get the return of Premium Beroba and Premium Kikera to get that tree from Daichi because they want it for their own purposes. Man, you know, it's good seeing these premium suits. Of course, they got them. There's some nice suits that, of course, have some great power to them. It'd be a shame if someone, like, didn't use one of those suits later on, but, you know, that's beyond the point. They got to get Daichi out the way, so they're about to blow him up. But it's cool, though, because Daichi's got his Jamato powers. We saw that last week. He can still turn into a Jamato, and he gets saved by Buffa and Neon, so that definitely was a thing, and they go ahead and get him out just so they can continue his path towards a redemption arc. All this while New Sumiri tries granting Beroba's wish of trying to turn that tree into a massive giant pile of fertilizer to give in a world-ending tree Jamato onto the world. But of course, this is New Sumiri. She's got to have the time to let this wish stew. She can't just wish it like automatically like the other gods of creations that we've seen. We gotta let this thing ferment for a little bit. So we continue here with the little bit of redemption arc going on with Daichi, Ace, and I mean Dabowski. There we go. Ace tells Kawa that everyone is doing everything they can to save Sarah, and just Sarah. That's the reason why they reversed this wish, so they can do everything they can for Sarah. Just Sarah. So, of course, while they try getting that tree up and running, then, of course, Beroba's happy that her wish is now starting to get granted. Too bad Buffa is here, so it's now finally time for the fight we've been waiting for. Buffa versus Kamen Rider Beroba. Not even premium. Not even... Okay. All right. So that was a thing that happened. But, you know, they play out the fight as usual as Daichi continues finding out more about how Ace's new world works and how even people like him can indeed find some redemption in there. Hopefully he uses that redemption to try and backstab everybody. But, you know, I feel that right now they're trying to save as many main characters as they can from a bad end. And I'm like, no, some people just need to have bad endings. Daichi's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that I just need to see get like completely like lost. But whatever. Let's continue this fight. As this moment happened, I don't know about y'all, but this was a moment in which when I watched it the first time and I started seeing this happening, I had to stop the screen, walk away, get some air, just make myself a pot of coffee, consume said coffee. I got some dumbbells in the kitchen while I'm making my coffee. I'm over there just trying to get a couple reps in, just like just you know, that angry workout that sometimes you just gotta get out the way. And then I came back, resumed the video, and just screamed. Because, of course, Buffa brought back his Rider Hacks abilities that, of course, would work against Kamen Rider Beroba. They wouldn't have worked against Premium Beroba, but they definitely worked against Kamen Rider Beroba. So, of course, she gets her misery, and she's out the way. So, of course, here comes Kekera bringing in the proper card to the fight. And here's something that someone actually pointed out that I didn't notice the first time is apparently their prop department just couldn't get the belt to fit Kekera's actor so well that they had to use duct tape to get that back there. So get
Can't
your
grease the suit. You can't grease the suit. Like, I mean,
get that CSM duct tape belt now available from Premium Bandai.
No, it's just the duct tape.
It's just a duct tape. Attach it to any rider belt you want. Get it now. So yeah, all that, and then Kayla shows up to end the fight. But are they gonna fight? Nah, that's for next week though.
2 weeks
So,
from now.
well, yes, that we gotta wait a while before we see that fight play out, in which he's just using ninja to fight Kekera.
We'll talk
But you know
about
what?
it.
You know,
We'll talk
we gotta wait 2 weeks because
Talk about it later.
yeah. So of course, the cure to everything was apparently some tap water that he just had in his backpack this entire time. That of course can undo the treeification that they have going on. So of course, Kayla uses that on the tree and gets Sarah out, and just Sarah out. No one else. That guy right there, this guy,
Dead.
Nah. He didn't even get his flowers. He became the flowers.
No, he's got weird teeth, so he doesn't. He can stay
That
there.
doesn't count. The rest of the
I think
people
that's
in there are
I
criminals.
think that's the guy from Jeet as well, because he was the next one that got treified after Sarah, because they focused so much
That's
on him
true.
that one episode. They were like, yeah, we're gonna keep you back here. So yeah, they don't care. They got Sarah back. That's all that matters. And Ace is just like, I did my job. I saved important character. All those other people, we're not going to talk about them. And since we're not going to talk about them, I'm going to go ahead and become a statue because I'm starting to grant too many wishes. Oh my God. Didn't even know that this was the process of how this worked. But it's happening. Next week, though, we get this suit.
I like that suit.
Ito. I like it.
That might be one of my favorites of the season.
I might have to buy that belt. I will definitely have to buy that belt. I'm buying that belt.
100% that belt. That belt's
Definitely better than the other like Gazer 2 or Glare 2.
Yeah, not next week, though. Eventually, though, we'll get this suit.
Couple weeks.
The thing is, it's like this suit has all of my favorite colors, literally every single one of my favorite colors without missing one or adding in a color that I don't like. So I'm just like, yeah, I really like this suit. It's too good. It's too good. This is a great suit.
Until we see the back, it's all purple.
Then I'm gonna be like, oh, terrible suit. Oh no, Dabowski. Chill right there. So yeah, that was this week's Geeks. Definitely a lot of things going on with this week that kind of dropped the ball on that aspect, because I felt, at least when it came to the whole statuification of it all, that with the previous instances that we've seen, like Sumuri, like Mitsume, it was someone using the vision driver to cue the effect to happen. While this time, apparently, it's just, oh yeah, you do too many wishes, then we're gonna go ahead and get you statuified. But I feel like, didn't Mitsume just make the one wish before she was statuified? And they were like, oh yeah, because you had a kid, because you've like intermingled with a winner, we got to make you a statue now. Use that power for ourselves. Like, you got some abilities there. And Sumidi only granted what, like 4 wishes, I think, or desires, even if they were her own, before she started getting statuified. And even then, that was something that had to be triggered by the vision driver. While, yeah, Ace is just like, we're in this room out of nowhere, and now I'm being chained up out of nowhere, and now I'm starting to become a statue, because apparently the rules say now that if you grant too many wishes, you just are doomed to become a statue. So there's that. Then, of course, we have the return of the Jama Shin Buffa that was having all the rider hacks. That, of course, makes sense on how he would be able to beat Betaba. If he was fighting Premium, I doubt that he would have been able to beat her in that aspect. But I kind of feel that this might have been a back end thing, because of course, like we've seen some of the leaks, we've seen the buckle for Buffa Ma'o and things like that at the same time that we saw like Bujin's sword and even Geats 9 and things like that, and the fantasy buckle. So I'm wondering if this is something that happened in the production where they were planning on giving Buffa a power up, but they couldn't get the suit ready in time. So instead, they just said, all right, let's play up this fight differently, and we'll just have Biroba transform into her Kamen Rider state, and then we just bring back in Buffa's Jamashin state, and that's how he beats her. And we'll just do that. And then we'll, make a V Cinema later on because Takahashi needs work. So yeah, those are my biggest negative points when it comes to this week's episode. But Ash, how'd you feel about this week's episode in the grand scheme of things?
Oh, fuck. This episode's up in the air for me. So I get, like, Buffer getting his Jamashin form is kind of an ass pull because it just came out of nowhere because we all assumed it was gone when, like, the world did its reset for, like, the 5th time since it happened. So for it to sort of appear out of nowhere didn't make any sense. But a lot of people saying, well, he still had that desire to crush Kamen Rider, so that would still be there. The CGI fight, I get, was, but then you're gonna have that metaphor, like the buffalo versus the bull. So I guess that's what they're trying to tell. The different suits. But fuck, I think we're all expecting Buffer to get his final power up in this episode because it wasn't leaked. It wasn't they'd surprisingly drop it on us. But I think the disappointment was not seeing it, and if we don't see it by the finale, it's probably going to be like a V Cinema thing. No doubt about it.
Especially since, they went out of their way and Nago ended up getting a new buckle and all that stuff. And it's just so Kawa got his upgrade. Nago ended up getting that new buckle, and Buffa was just like, oh, I had mine already, but we got rid of it. We'll find a way to bring it back, my guy. Here you go. Okay. All right. So that's that. Mark, since you're very optimistic on this show.
In defense of this episode, in defense of Buffa, my client, could we use the Law and Order SVU dun dun, or is that gonna copyright?
That's copyright.
No. Oh yeah, we're not gonna use that.
No, I've used it before.
Yeah. So
the single dun dun.
Dun dun.
Yeah, it's only like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
it's
2 noises. Yeah, it's nothing. It's not bad. It's not bad.
You can't trademark that.
All right. So I get Baroba not being premium Baroba because she wanted to crush him in despair. Let's face it, she wrecked the whole game area almost. Jamato Farm and Garden, this and that, with her little meteor impact, move. I expected that's why they used it, because she wanted to crush him. It's still stupid though, because I like that suit. We're never going to see it again. The only thing I can't defend is why did they hint at us almost seeing her true identity in that broken mirror and glass? Yeah. And that's the most negative thing I could say about this episode, because I was like, all the other crap aside being pulled out of their ass, this was something that has been constantly. He even hinted at her age during the fight. Yep. So I'm like, give me it, give me this weird 350-year-old witch face.
They couldn't afford the CG. The CG budget was blown.
Yeah,
it was. Oh, well, we'll get into that when I give up my ending for Geats about the budget. But I like the fight. I like the music. I'm mad because I don't know how long ago it was. I called it where the Buffa versus Baroba, Kawa versus Kakura, Geats versus whoever game producer is, and Neon. I don't know. But I thought Kyun was going to become some creepy stalker and she'd have to fight him at some point, but that never happened. But I don't know. I like the episode from the standpoint of we got some good fighting, but everything else, I was kind of man, Daichi had this beaker on him at all times in his backpack.
Yeah, it didn't spill.
Break.
Yeah.
We'll break.
And I've done science work in college and in high school. Those beakers, they're fragile. Okay. I've broken a lot of those with some Bunsen burners. Those are the things with the fire and it's a big word. I know, Bunsen burner. But I don't know. It's not getting tough to defend the show because I just enjoy it because I'm not reading into it anymore. I'm just all right, it's Geats. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm
I was, but the ass pulls just became too much. And speaking of ass pulls, real quick. Blah blah something says for $2. I feel like Buffa has more ass pulls than Ace now. Well, let's see. Of course, he pulled the Fever out his ass. He pulled the Twin Command out his ass.
More than once.
Yeah, which other buckles did he pull out of his ass?
None.
Nope.
That's it. Ace, on the other hand,
he's pulled a lot more out of his ass.
and he's yelled a lot at the sky with some of them too.
Yeah.
Yes. Because that Boost Mark II one was definitely like a major ass pull.
Yeah, I foresaw this.
So I was trying to think if this counted as an ass pull with this buckle, because I was like, okay, if they revert KO's wish, and then I'm like trying to think of like the episode, like it sucks because I can't actually distinguish when certain games or wishes were like reverted back. So I'm like, did he still have it when KO made his wish? And I was like, what was happening before that? And I was like,
no, he didn't
the
have
Jamato games. And I was like, or the Parasite game. I'm like, okay, but like, what happened before that one? And I was like, I don't know, because they keep calling these games over and over again. And I brought up my review.
Yeah.
We had the Parasite game, didn't end up being a game. We had the Apocalypse games, no games weren't played. And now we have the Bad End game. And I'm like, why are you calling them games? There's no rules, there's no games. I don't like. I feel like they're just making that stuff up now. They're like, hey, here's the Bad End game. And I'm like,
speaking of making up rules, Geets the board game is available at a Target location near you eventually. I got to get some contracts going and things like that. But it's a game where they're going to give you rules on rules on rules, and they're not going to matter by the end.
All right. Y'all want to know why I get my reviews up on Sunday? Like within 12 hours of the episodes going live? I don't have time to make games, manga, light novels, BL books, a pet rock.
You don't have time to make a pet rock?
I probably have the same amount of time as you. I just fucking just burn myself out.
I know we talk about it. You're just like, we have the same amount of time. It's just like you'll be like, all right, I'm gonna make all this stuff, and half of mine's like just sitting back with their vaping, like, oh man, you know what? Like I could do something, right? Or like I don't even put clips in my reviews anymore. That's how much I'm just like, I
don't think your audience even cares or notices.
They don't still say views, and honestly, like I'm enjoying Geets. Don't get me wrong. I can find the positive in any show. I just enjoy the franchise. I just enjoy Toku, but I don't want to rewatch it again to get clips for it. I don't want to. It's a lot worse watching it again without subtitles and having to find clips. It's like, oh, like it's just.
It's so bad in consideration of the fact that, like, technically because of reviewing the streams that I do on Sunday night, and then even prepping up for, like, these live streams, I watch these episodes 6-7 times.
Once.
So, of course, that's part of the reason why, like, I can start picking up on some of the things and start, like, objectifying, like, why I dislike certain things, because it's like at that point I've already seen it multiple times.
That's probably why I'm still positive about it. I'm watching it once. Like if I had to watch it 7 times, I'd be like, you know what? Like is this even the new episode? It's like it's all blurring into one. It's like say with like Ultraman, I watched twice because I watched the dub and the sub. King Osier, I'll watch once. I didn't watch it this past week, by the way. Just let you guys know. Been busy, but like something about the pacing. Yeah, this 2-week break now for Geets. I'm fearful that I'm gonna forget what the hell is going on, or I'm just gonna like forget that the show's back and airing again.
It's like
it's like when they do like those binge model shows, and then it's just like season 2 drops next year. But I just finished binging all of like I forgot what happened. Like that's me every time Cobra Kai starts up. Like I forget what happened because it's been like a year and a half.
Same with Stranger Things. I'm like, are they in college now? Like, what's going on with this show?
These kids grew up, and it's only been a summer.
Why are they so tall? It's been a 1 month time jump.
Yeah.
He's got a beard.
His voice is deeper,
right?
But he's got a whole family now.
But I'm curious about this whole like the A stuff. Like, I don't understand what's going on with like. When I saw the chain thing, I was like, oh, that's for the OP, and I'm like. Did they just throw it in there as like a hey look, not everything because like nothing else.
I was cooking, guys. That's Takahashi right now. It's like, yo, I'm out here stirring up, revving up them fryers, guys.
See how I did that right there, like that right there, where the chain like that was in my brain the whole time.
Yep, I planned that from the start.
I'm like, no, you didn't. It's like
Jam Cow real fast for $2. Mark don't got time to spawn variants like Zio.
What if I am the variant?
Ooh.
Like Zio's the variant.
I'm saying.
You know, I was actually debating on doing this because of the way that I ended part of my Geats review. Of course, Galaxy Blade has been retired from Geats now. He's gone trying to go back in time to save the show, just to see if they can fix it in some sort of timeline. So what I was going to do was start sending out like pre-recorded green screen footage of Galaxy Blade just popping up through a Time Kabuto portal, asking whoever's reviewing that week's Geats good yet? Mark, if I were to send you a green screen of Galaxy Blade popping up.
I told you, like, hey, we have more time now before another, like, we have.
Yeah, I can
we have 2
pretty
weeks.
much crank out like 12, send them out to random folks, even folks that don't even speak English. Like, hey, this guy reviews Geats. I'm just gonna find their email. Like, here you go. Can you just include this in your review? Like, I don't care if you're not on camera. Ash, even if you're not on camera, Galaxy Blade's just gonna pop up in there, just like, he's good yet? And you're just gonna say no.
Yeah, no, we have 2 weeks. We have time, but I'm saying, like, we have 3 episodes left. I'm staying positive. Like, Revice got kind of weird there for a minute. They stuck the landing, so like I'm hopeful. Like, because I'm not going to talk much about the ending of Saber, for obvious reasons. But like, I feel like the last 2 seasons have stuck the landing with their endings, in my opinion. So there's hope, ish.
Yep,
kinda. If they go with my ending, that is.
Well, we'll
the whole franchise.
We'll segue to that after we get Cloudy's opinion. Cloudy, from talking behind the Bowski, what's your thoughts? Your thoughts on this week's Geats?
I mean, what?
Damn! Look, how many limbs you got left for Takahashi to just wreck?
Anyway, none at all. No, it's not that bad. It's just that. I'm also in the camp of I'm just enjoying the ride, just seeing what happens every week, more or less. But it's like, it's weird everything that happens. Like, me and John had to spend like a few hours just to justify certain things Buffa has been doing lately, and that was annoying. And then John didn't know that Geach was going on hiatus for 2 weeks, and he was just like, "Yes, it's on hiatus for 2 weeks." And I was like, "You do realize we get 3 more weeks of it once the 2-week hiatus is over, right? It's not ending any sooner." And he was just like, immediately, "No, fuck."
It just seems even more weird in terms of the aspect of like how I was talking before, that it feels like Gotchard was supposed to come out earlier, because I feel like it's very odd that they're just taking a break from a show. Like, sports warranted, but they're taking another break before it is what I feel is just very weird. Like, Gotchard, something must have happened in the development pipeline for Gotchard to have been delayed by like a month and a half for this to happen. Because like the amount of like official shit that we're getting from Gotchard is just ridiculous right now. So
true, you'd expect the show to be airing by now. But the other thing is, the only way we've justified the fact that he got his Fever Kamen Rider beating the SP powers this week is because they're technically, since he's lost them, like since that game, there hasn't been a reason or a fight to use them, because he hasn't been fighting any riders since that, unless you count all his fights with, Keiwa. And,
I wouldn't have to show Keiwa.
And I wouldn't really count those fights, because it's like, he wasn't really, like, the first time he fought Keiwa, it was more just to like, yeah, get your anger out on me, because, I kind of deserve this. And the second time was just to try to snap him out of it. He hasn't like actually tried to beat a rider since, Baraba went into huge ass rider form. So that's the only reason why we decided that, like, I guess he hasn't had the power since.
So real quick, just some questions on here. Vinvin, of course, we just said this multiple times, but yes, there is no Geats this upcoming Sunday. No Geats the following Sunday. So 2 weeks without Geats. Figure out what you're going to do with your time. And let me see. Did I see the leak of Gotchard's henshin during the Geats Summer movie? I did. It's all right. But once Gotchard started talking, I was like, oh no.
Where is it? It's not finalized yet. There's still time.
Yeah, we can fix it.
We can fix it. There's still time.
We can write
Okay.
letters to Toei.
So let's see. Mark went out of his way to send me a presentation.
Context is needed.
Go ahead.
There's some narrated needed. So Zio asked me to fix Keats, and I was like, and one of the things is like the best. I don't want to change anything about the show, so I was like, why don't I give them the perfect ending that will make everyone forget about the negativity that is everything after the disaster arc, and that's what I gave you in the form of a Google slide. I literally spent minutes on this artwork.
Jesus Christ, minutes.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
15 minutes total for the whole project.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
That's
And
time.
it's only because 7 minutes of that I was taking a poop, but my computer's in the other room. So like it was technically 8 minutes, but like I was pooping and coming up with the idea. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go do this over there. But yeah, I wrote the final ending to Keats. It's perfect. Honestly, I think I'm gonna retire from this live stream after this week. I think I'm just gonna be done being a Toku tuber and stuff like that. Like this peak, I can't surpass this. This is like my manifesto without the murder.
Now, do you think this is going to be so great that Yuya Takahashi would be like, you know what? You're my successor, Mark.
I'm getting aroused just thinking about my ending.
Oh,
Is
right.
that good?
Well, let's see
Yes.
it. Let's go ahead and see this.
Oh my lord. He
Yes.
actually spent like a
Oh,
few
I can control the
effort.
slide too. This is great. Okay, so this is the,
Okay, yeah, you can control it.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So this is the nerd name art cut. It's kind of like the Snyder cut, but better.
Mm.
Like I don't waste money on the budget, and it's 1920 by 1080p, so good aspect ratio. So slide number 2, final fight. Okay, we got this dude, right? Whoever it could be, Jito, could be Soul, whatever that guy is. But Geets, overly enthusiastic rider kick and defeats him. That's the final fight right there. Look at that, boom! Look at that kick. That is a good kick. 35-degree angle, perfect. Oh, they can't see I'm pointing at it on my computer screen, but you guys can't see. So he defeats him, right? Done. That's over. And the world's saved. Censored. So what happened is in this, right? Geets, because he has world manipulating abilities, after he kicks him so hard in the butthole, that grand end portal that everyone was leaving through opens in his butthole.
Oh my god.
And everyone gets sucked in there.
Sucked into Jito's butthole.
The grand end butthole portal.
Okay.
But
Jesus
obviously,
Christ.
I had to censor it. I tried to do it with stick figures. It looked weird. I was like, you know what? Just gonna censor it.
Yeah, just do stick figure goatee, but
Yeah. So after this, Geets realized as long as he's around, we cannot have.
we didn't forget about Samas. They forgot about Samas.
Yeah, they forgot Samas. Like, listen, and I didn't care about Samas, honestly. So because of all this, Geets realized he has to use all his power to get rid of the DGP, and so he could stop them from ever being able to come to this timeline again. So thus, we get goodbye, guys.
Oh my god.
That's right. Geets pulled the go-to.
I feel like this is the highest level of photoshopping I've ever seen from you.
It is
This is.
actually. So yeah, obviously, goodbye. He's done.
This
He's gone.
should be your final like episode thumbnail right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I have the PSD file for it too. So obviously, he's now using all that God of creation power to actually put a block and to keep all the DGP people, all the admins stuck in the future, so they can never come back and mess with this timeline again. Everyone gets to be happy.
Wait, so
Also-
you're telling me he becomes a plug for the butthole?
Yes. So 3 months later, Sarah works 2 jobs. Everyone forgot that, so she's not at the park. This is a low budget scene because all that budget they blew earlier in the show, they don't have a real. Even the tree. The tree is available via premium Bandai only, obviously, because got to hit you with one more premium Bandai purchase. So we have, Michinaga and Neon and Cable. They're all happy at a park because they're like, yay, we're friends. Toru never comes back. That's a lost plot point, okay, by the way. Like,
You say that and watch them bring it up in a V cinema. Like I
I know.
swear.
I hope not. I really thought that they moved on from that.
It's like, did you know that
No.
that Toru had kids the whole time?
We're gonna find out he's from the future. He's technically Buffa's like grandson or something, Michinaga's grandson. But yeah, they're playing at the park. Obviously, you guys know what I'm leading to because they're playing at a park.
Bench.
Oh, the bench.
Bench.
The bench. Oh my
Kiwa
god.
sees Ace sitting at a park bench. And he's shocked. He's like, "Is that Ace over there watching us?"
No.
And yes, that is an actual screen grab from the park bench scene in Blade.
Oh,
That is the
my
exact park bench.
Of course it is.
I don't mess around. He's shocked. He's like, he's all happy. Don't look at like that's still brooding Kawa, but he's pretend he's smiling and happy. He runs over. Oh no, there is no ace. No ace at all.
Missing ace, you might say.
Missing ace. Yep.
That is my next, not in this slide, but there's a whole nother one I was creating where he's lost in time, like Mario's missing, but it's called the missing ace. And then we just end with the park bench. And that's it. That is the end of it. That is my last
So
slide. That is
the
best ending ever.
So you want to copy the ending of possibly a different show?
No, I just
Right
made it-
before they're about to have their 20th.
Yeah, but I want,
right?
but it's the only ending. That's the greatest ending ever. So I just saved Geets.
Yeah, but it's Takahashi, so you know what he's going to do if he copies this? Is as Ace disappears, Kenzaki reappears.
Oh my god, no. And Hajime appears next.
That's
to
worth it.
sitting
That's
together.
worth it. Honestly, deal. I'll go ahead with it. Then we can
And
have a
they're
crossover
sitting
movie.
together next to each other.
20th anniversary Blade movie is missing aces. Both are missing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's perfect ending right there. I cried making this.
I can only
Perfect.
imagine.
You know what? I'm gonna ask the chat to rank your
I could see.
Also,
the
I don't know
minutes
how
of
to
it.
close slides, by the way, when they're on the screen. So I'm just
Oh my
pulling up
God.
Park Patch. I'm just, yeah,
I can
this
see
is,
every minute of effort Mark put into this. So.
Dude, you
Oh, I
can,
can
right?
as well.
Dude,
It's perfect.
you know how many layers I kept the same and I just duplicated the stick
Yes,
figures? I was like, no.
I can
I
tell.
was like, Control C, Control V, multiple merge layers. I was like, boom, done.
I'm just like, I don't know how you don't have like just PNG bench. I'm gonna have to send you like my PNG bench.
No, I wanted a black and white photo of the still. I have
Look
a
at
PNG
this.
for it.
Look at
I
this.
have that too.
Yeah,
But I wanted the full black
Ah!
and white photo. Oh, I'm sad again.
There's the bench.
yeah. I made this whole bench because, of course, if you saw like Galaxy Blade's departure, there was a whole lot of benches in that
Oh, yeah.
background. There was benchception going on in that background.
But yeah, no,
You put
I was
the
just like,
Boski
you
on
know
that
what?
bench.
That's just it was the messed up thing is while I was thinking of this, I was like, certain elements of it besides the park bench, this I could see happening though. I could see Ace using the god or creation powers to like push the DGP away and make everyone happy, but he has to sacrifice himself, so to speak. And I could see them all becoming friends, and then Ace is off in the corner, like watching. I was going to include Sumeri, but I was like, no one cares about Sumeri anymore. There's like three of her. There's
Nah,
the movie version, there's
Not even.
discount, and then there's regular. I'm like, you know what? Like, no. But I could see in some of the elements of it working out where it's like he becomes some sort of like keeper of time where he keeps the DGP out, but he still can watch all them creepily from the sky like Mufasa. I was also going to do the plot. of
Like the
Lion King,
clouds
but
are just going to be showing up, and then they just
Yeah.
pan to Ace, like giving the nod of approval.
yeah, he's just like, Kayla, everything the light touches is now your ramen noodle shop.
Jesus Christ. What?
So,
Hey,
based
David.
off of these results, let me see right now. We've got 40 votes in, but an overwhelming majority say that this gets an A.
Who's the 7%? Is it Orb and his 7?
There is a 7% of F. Wow. Wow.
Orb,
Okay.
did you get the accounts?
So there's like
This
60% A, 26% B, 7% F, and 4% C. Damn.
Okay,
Hey,
Orb
I'll
said
take it. That's basically all my grades in high school. So
It's got to be a thing.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else we got to say about Geeks?
I
need to animate that
have
ending.
a
Y'all see the little bit of leaks we got from the film at all?
dude, the whole film is almost online now from cell phone footage.
It
I've seen
is.
so much.
I haven't seen any.
I mean,
I
at
don't know
this point,
why.
I'm just like, I'm like, I don't really care in terms of certain aspects because I found out like the plot point we were talking on VC earlier, what the plot point and the drive for the villain is for that film. I'm like, that's stupid as fuck. Like, this is this is dumb.
I don't know if I'm in
to
the
say it.
I don't know if I'm in the minority here. I rarely watch like the summer or winter movies, like where they like I just watch the shows and like if it's something I'll watch like all the Revice ones. I barely have watched any of those. The Saber one's Geo Deep Sin I watched, and then the weird sibling one, but I don't really like watch a lot of that stuff.
Well,
It's
the thing
not
is, it's like
canon.
they make these movies canon in a way to try and squeeze them into the current arc that's going on in the show. The issue that they run into is, of course, they film all these movies during like February, March before they're even at that point in time in the series. So it never fully fits, but they try and find a way to make it fit, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Which is, here's old man yelling at cloud moment. I really still prefer the way that Heisei Phase 1 did things with their films being alternate continuities or even alternate endings of things.
Yep.
And I feel like that would have been a good thing for Geats, because they could have made a film that takes place in a completely different alternate reality or in an alternate like where the beginning plays out the same, but this is an alternate ending that is a little bit more tight knit, is a little bit more consistent, and it could have actually been pretty good in terms of that aspect.
Yeah. Plus, also the next episode played it. It's like one of those things where it's like, even if you didn't,
Seal's gone.
He'll jump again. Even if you didn't like watch this film.
Oh my god!
Whoa, what is going on?
What happened? What happened?
I have no idea. You were talking, and then the bench took over.
There's benchception now. It's two benches.
There is.
Oh my god! I was like, "What's going on?" Like all of a sudden, it's like that. Oh my god! Now the bench is coming for you, Mark.
Yeah, we all disappeared.
It always does.
Yeah, it's just like
20 years.
I was like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" Kevin just out here, just bringing the bench. He was out here lugging the bench. You know what? The bench needs to go away. Then
some movie form for Kevin is the bench.
The bench should just stay here. There we go.
Yeah.
Bench down in the middle.
Yeah, but there's I forgot what I was saying. So the movie, like, even if you didn't watch it, it had no effect on the episode pacing of the show. So it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, even if I don't see it, it doesn't affect the show itself technically. So that's why they don't seem important to me to watch them.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty good, though.
So are we ready to move on to this week's King Oja that Mark says that he did not watch?
But I made this on stream last weekend.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's peak. I don't need to make the other ones. I'm going to throw them out.
You just need
so I can stop sharing these slides and see how well this is going to take to load when it comes to bringing up. Oh, it was quick. I guess the bench fixed my computer in terms of loading things. Well, someone said you should change your name to a bench name Mark.
I have bench content coming out, you guys. Trust me.
That's what you do when Geets is on hiatus. You just say, all right, today we're going to whittle ourselves a bench.
We're going to rank.
I have bench merch, and I'm not even making a joke right now. I have bench merch. I'm not even joking.
Oh, God.
It's supposed to be delivered today, and it's not going to get here till tomorrow.
I'm excited for that other merch drop you got. I saw some of the art for it. It's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
There's bench. Like literally right there.
Bench. All right, so moving on to this week's King Oger. What we had going on was a continuation of where we left off with the fight with Daigorg. Finally coming out of the woodworks, where we get some of our usual. I wouldn't say usual. I would say like it's not exactly to the peak of the usual King Oger fighting, but it's all right. It's there. It's doing things until Daigorg pulls out what's been making them grow this whole time. Shoe God souls. But it turns out that the souls that he had were the ones of the legends and God Tarantula, which is interesting because it's like, when did this happen? I don't know when this happened. Like, there was no real lead up to this, but just, okay, you got them and you go eat them. And he grows large, so large that the King Oger is just like, man, I'm too small to handle this. It almost seems like a perfect plot device for a certain toy that we've been seeing making the rounds that is pretty big and will make sense why it's pretty big because of this certain point. So, because of the massive size and, of course, the fact that he was consuming some Shoe God souls, now that the secret's out, then the bugs just don't want it. Well, the Shoe Guys just don't want it. So, they bitch out. And, of course, here's the obligatory Himeno scan. All right. So moving on, because everybody got beat down. But Kamajin says, look, because he consumed legend Shoe God souls. He ain't even at his final form yet. He needs time to cook. So because of that, he's got to stew on those Shoe God souls and grow even larger. So you guys just wait and drink. Just wait and drink. It's here that we get really bad angles from the Miraculous Secret specials. I don't know why they did them for this episode, but it took me out of the moment. Like, who thought this was a good shot to keep doing? But they did them anyway. Where, of course, Yama starts talking about the philosophy when it comes to the Shoe Gods. In terms of them just being machines with very advanced AI. They don't have souls. So he doesn't get why Gira's in a tizzy regarding this, because they could just make new souls for them. And he's just like, you just don't get it. Just don't get it. But of course, during all of that, Jeremy managed to save everyone away with his webs and bring them back in, including one hat guy. So of course, while everyone tries asking Gira what he's going to do next, he's like, I don't know. So that's when best wingman Jeremy shows up to tell the legend of the first king of Shugadam and how the fact that all of the Shoe Gods obeyed him was a thing. And now Gira, being the descendant of him, is that guy. But apparently he's not. So he's like, nah. So on the other side of things, the Bowski apparently got the scoop from Miraculous that there is a big secret in regards to that lance. But apparently he couldn't get that thing working. Hence this shot that is been making the rounds way too much. And I definitely exploited this shot multiple times during my review.
You saw it.
But the reason why is because he lacks the bloodline necessary to actually get the castle moving. So that entire speech that he gave Gira 2 weeks ago, yeah, no, he just pulled that out his ass because he just needed someone to be able to move the castle, and he wasn't that guy, but Gira was. So that was his entire point in that. So on the other side of things, Death Narak is not happy that Kamajim has been playing the double-sided game this entire time. But Kamajim's like, look, I had to play the game right, and I know the secret of the castle. Well, at least I know some things on there, and the castle cannot be trusted. We got to take it down. And we need the help of the Shoe God Hunter to be able to do that. And it's just like, wow, you guys had someone like that the whole time, and you guys didn't use him? Like, really? He just came out of nowhere and just off screen just got 4 of these guys and just got their souls. That would have been something that I wish I could have witnessed, but no, we just get this little teaser of the events. So they go back to the castle where Suzume is grieving over Miraculous's body. All right, I gotta ask this to the chat. Y'all think Miraculous's body is in there?
Nah.
No. By the way, that green screen is god awful.
Yeah, it moved a lot.
Yes, it did. Yeah, they've been doing that the last couple episodes where they do the panning shots, and it's just the background doesn't line up with where the actors are positioned at, and it's just been a very noticeable quality drop for me when it comes to a lot of instances. And it's part of the reason why I've been pretty just B-ish on some of my reviews recently. It's because it's still good. It's just not great because they showed us great in the beginning, but now it's just it's all right. It's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Suzume, hanging out with Miraculous so much, has found out the secret that they've been looking for. It turns out the castle is a mech. Oh my God.
Holy shit.
I didn't know.
Crap.
Cloudy, did you know?
No idea. But see,
I didn't know.
Rocket
Mark,
Punch
did you know?
I am so caught off guard right now.
Oh my God. Ash, did you know? The castle.
No.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Just completely catching me off guard when it comes to those aspects. I was like, whoa. You're dropping the deepest fucking lore right now. Shit, that's crazy. How'd she get that info? Sleeping around with Miraculous. Or at least around his feet. Because, of course, she was like, oh, I've been up for 3 days, 3 nights. I've just been having, these questions that need answers. What does the castle do? And he's just like, it's a robot. Now go to sleep. And she's like, bet. I'm going to go to sleep now.
This kind of implies that Radcliffe slept on the throne.
He always had to keep his guard up. Always had to keep his guard up. But yeah, we get the little glimpse of the castle in mech form this entire time. And it's just like, man, someone had to have seen that. Someone from like the bottom was just like, did the castle just change into a robot?
Oh,
Nah.
nah,
Symbolism.
you're just imagining it, but
It's symbolism.
Yeah.
Symbolism. So they haul away that lug of bricks, man. The thing is just like the fact that they're making it seem this heavy. I'm wondering what's actually in this casket this entire time, because there's got to be something in there that we just don't know. What's Suzume hiding? What's she hiding? Because of course, if she's as sneaky as Dabowski, we know that she is. She's hiding something in that casket. So of course, now that they know what the trigger is, Gira's gonna go ahead and give it a shot. But it's too bad because it turns out the Shoe Guide Hunter has been here electrifying up the castle already. So they're unable to actually get the castle moving. So they go ahead and fight him. But Gira's out here being drunk off electricity, and this is a great shot. It looks like he's just like, yes, moment out here. Until, of course, Yanma snaps some sense into him and just tells him, it's like, yeah, you got to get the Shoe Gods to, like, act up. And it's just like, no, and just goes away. Because this is not the ones to go to. So, of course, they get shocked, and because of that, they give up their will to fight. And because of that, it undoes their transformations. And Jeremy's too. I don't get this one. Because Jeremy's been fighting this whole time, even though we know that God Tarantula has had his soul snatched like prior to it. So how was he in the fight to begin with? The first fight, this fight, and why'd he lose his powers when everybody else lost? No. This was a confusing shot for me. Okay, but yeah. So that's when Gira goes to Kuwagon and says, look, we got to help him. And Kuwagon's like, yeah, I'll be all right. I already don't have a soul. And he's like, what? You don't have a soul? And it's true. If you go back to episode 1, if you look in the cockpit where every other pilot has shown that their Shoe God has a soul at the top, Kuwagon's been missing since episode 1. So Gira's just like, all right, I guess I just got to be that guy. I got to go ahead and just make these legends happen. While Yama's just like, look, I'm going to go ahead and have faith in Gira and just say that you guys are just irreplaceable friends just to get y'all going. So he motivates them to the point that they actually work together. They come back and they go ahead and revive the legend where Gira goes ahead and just beats the enemy using a new combination attack, just using the Shoe God's strength. But all that, and of course, Daigorg is still growing. So yeah, that's the big thing when it comes to this week's King Oger. But I do gotta say, like, I've known about the God Kuwagata soul not being in his cockpit for a while. People have been pointing that out for quite a bit regarding that. But the thing is, now knowing that they eat like Shoe God souls to get larger, of course, they've probably just been consuming like lesser Shoe God souls up until now because, of course, it would have been noticed. Of course, earlier, like several weeks back, I was talking about how one of the prevailing theories is that what Gira ate when he was younger, that Rainbow Jujuria, was whatever they're using to get big. And if it is that he ate God Kuwagata's soul, that could explain why he has such a bond with God Kuwagata and has the ability to actually communicate with the Shoe Gods. So that's one bit that I thought was actually really good when it comes to that aspect. But then there's like pacing on this episode is kind of like very slow in a way because the fight scenes just aren't hitting like they used to. The Meg fights, the last few have not been like part of the reason why I've been giving these episodes B's rather than A's recently is because they came out the gate swinging when it came to quality. The Meg fights were like top tier. The regular fights were top tier, things like that. But nowadays it's like the effects are starting to show their their limits, or rather, like, I don't know if it's just that their budget is, they're just waiting to have this giant clusterfuck mech appear, because I fear for that suit actor that's got to lug around all of that, the castle, the King Oger, all that stuff on there. Like, that's going to be a heavy fucking thing. So if that's CG and it's like proper CG, I can understand why they've been light on the CG budget recently. But yeah, overall, I thought it was an okay episode. Nothing great, nothing groundbreaking, but still a good episode when it comes to that. So, Ash, what did you think about this week's King Oger?
This episode didn't do a lot for me. It was basically a setup episode for next week's episode that's going to lead into the castle mech. But yeah, the pacing felt like really off. Like, it felt like it slowed down. A lot of standing around and talking where they spent like, I feel like half the episode figuring out what the castle does and then trying to work it, because there wasn't a lot of action in this episode apart from the start of the episode to sort of buff out that pacing with all the talking and stuff like that. And with the mechs out of commission, there wasn't much of a like mech fight that was satisfying with this episode. So I feel like the pacing of this episode was just a lead in, like the episode abroad just felt like a lead in episode for next week's episode that we're going to get for the mech that's going to form. And I'm glad that we're not getting a break for King Oger this week, and we're getting a break after this week's episode, because that would have been like a long wait up just to see that castle mech after what felt like a really weak build up towards it, because we've known about it for a while that it's coming. And I feel like maybe like how Gates does its like 10-second stingers for a new form, they could have done the castle forming as the sort of stinger into next week's episode.
But instead they played it off like, no, something's still up with the castle at the end of it, meaning that we're probably not going to get the castle showing up probably until the end of the episode, I feel, with that kind of a setup. But I mean, the preview did show us the castle like transform, so we're gonna see it in some way, shape, or form next week with a proper close-up when it comes to all that. But yeah, I agree. It was definitely a big setup episode that just like, the pacing just seemed very slow, but I can forgive that because when they do a summer movie, they tend to take the episodes a little bit on that slow path anyway. So that's where I'm a little bit more forgiving when it comes to that aspect. Cloudy, what do you think about the episode?
Overall, pretty okay. We got some more lore with how the souls are eaten, for the growth process, which I thought that was pretty good. We got a lot of character growth release for Yama. Again, Yama showing how he's pretty much like the best character of the show, and he's starting to like realize there's more to the Shugats than just them being machines to power all their shit. So that was pretty sick. And he's starting to believe in Gira, like the other kings are probably also going to start doing eventually. I think it's pretty good. The pacing, is kind of weird, and the nonsensical like transformation, like everyone reverting back to their forms, including Jeremy, which was a bit odd. So that kind of took me out of it for a bit. And Daigor becoming absolutely massive, right? He just hunking, giant, towering guy, right? Why is he not like blowing up Shugadam or something, making craters left and right, causing all kinds of mayhem? Like,
he's got indigestion. Like, he needs to let them sit, ferment a bit in the stomach before he just releases the gas. It just gets crazy.
Because my biggest complaint, like with this episode and like with so far with the show, is like Daigor has been built up to be like this big dude you don't fuck with, right? Like this guy is the, like second in command to Death Narak, like just insanely strong dude. But every time he's got an opportunity to show off his strength, he's just showed off he could like one-shot someone and then walked away, or not even that. And this time he's massive. He has the opportunity to like freaking bring down the house on Shugadam, right? Doesn't do it. Doesn't even do it.
They did say they're sort of building towards him doing it in a one shot.
And they showed us the what if scenario, but I agree with Cloudy in terms of that aspect, because that's also been my complaint. They hyped up this dude so much, like he was that guy, like during the 2,000 years that they were away, that won the Civil War for Death Narak's army. And it's just like, great, this guy must be great. No, he's literally just muscle. That's it. He's got no depth to him currently. He's literally just muscle.
Yeah. But other than that, it's fine. It's serviceable. It's King Oger. It's definitely better than Ryder at the moment, and I'm still enjoying it for sure. It's just There's just some stuff that I'm just like, it could be done better. Definitely was like a B minus or B episode for me.
Yeah. So that's that. When it comes to King Oger, Mark, I know that you haven't seen the
Haven't
episode
seen
yet.
this one.
So
Yeah. I have time to catch up, even though I'm 1 episode behind. I got 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got time. You can double up on like an episode, or just make them come out an episode after, and then it's just like, well, you can't speculate like that, Mark. The next episode's already out. Haven't seen it yet. That's just how you respond back.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it yet.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yep. But yeah, it looks like the majority of folks do think that Raculus is definitely not in that coffin. So what do you guys think? What's the bet? What do you guys think is in that coffin?
Body pillow.
Body pillow of Raculus.
What kind, though?
Of Raculus, of course. Yeah.
Shirtless Raculus, anime Raculus.
No. Swimsuit Raculus.
Swimsuit Raculus, like the Fire Emblem Heroes style swimsuit edition. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, is he like face down, ass up, or is it just like chiseled abs in the front, like laid back? Like I just gotta know. Or is it double sided?
I think it's double sided, clearly. But here's the thing: I'm pretty sure, based on what I know about the Boski sister, he's probably facing down.
Okay. Hot limit Raculus. I mean,
it just don't need to be said out loud, but here we are.
Yep. They're all there.
Ooh, is that a Cool Ranch?
These are Takis.
Potato
chips, sir.
Sorry.
Let's
delicious.
see what. Yeah. Some people definitely thinking on them body pillows, and if it is a body pillow, you can expect that to be on P Bandai.
100%.
Oh yeah, $3,000 body pillow.
Yep.
Because it comes with a casket.
Hey, if there's a Himino one.
Every time you squeeze on it, it just says.
As you 3 in the morning, you just hear that muffled somewhere.
Just somewhere. Just it's like one of those Build-A-Bears, like little speakers just built into it. As soon as you squeeze into the pillow, that's what you're gonna hear.
Oh gosh,
it's gonna be great. But speaking of premium stuff, of course, Bandai announced a new premium line. I don't have the logo up, but they announced Premium DX line.
Oh my god!
of toys, which I can probably pull up the image real quick. But yeah, Premium DX, like you weren't doing this already. But it's like just telling us that we're gonna release some DX lines in the premium Bandai line. It's like, okay, so you're gonna put a label on these now, and that's just what you're gonna do. Okay, that's a thing, all right. Like, why would you do this? But I guess they want to go ahead and label it now so they can get it out the way later.
That's why, because they do this with the other stuff too. So it makes sense that they would do this, because the CSM line there's going to be a lot of releases next year, and a lot of them are premium Bandai. So last year, you had somebody like, oh, well, all these CSMs, and you go buy something from like Gotchard that's on premium Bandai, but like, it's just DX, though. It's not a CSM. Look at all these 5 CSMs and anniversary CSMs. I think they're just structuring. They want to label out everything. It's a brand. It's a market. Even their Sotos are now premium Bandai, because Gotchard's got premium Bandai Sotos coming out day one.
Well, the issue that I have with that is just the branding of it all, because I feel like Toei can't be consistent when it comes to their branding, especially when it comes to their toys, because their Memorial line is kind of like all over the place. Like at first we thought it was going to be more Sentai specific, but then we got Rider stuff in there, and we got some Ultraman stuff in there. So it's just like, it's a little bit inconsistent. But they announced the CSG line, the Complete Selection Gigantic line, which you would think the way that they announced it, it was just weapons, but they've only released the Kuga weapons under that line. Everything else that they've announced, like for the Fies, they've got the Fies Blaster, or the Fies Brazzer, as they got coming out, under the CSM line, which is like, it makes no sense. Like, your branding is kind of all over the place. When you made this brand, I anticipated this to just be a weapon specific line, but it's like, no, only some are in there. Right now, it's just Kuga under the CSG line. But then, yeah, the inconsistency of it all. So Premium DX, I'm just like, it's another brand to throw the confusion in the mix, because some people will think it's like, so you're just making this to charge a premium price for a product that technically is worth less than maybe some of your other DXs, which is a definite real possibility that can happen, because we have seen some drivers show up that are lesser quality than the actual main riders' buckles and drivers, release under a premium line for premium dollars because it's limited assortment. So I'm just like, I don't get Bandai right now with some of their shit. So what y'all think in terms of their branding currently when it comes to all that?
Doesn't matter to me. They're still getting the same currency out of me.
Yeah.
So they can call it whatever they want. Give me some goddamn Blade 20th anniversary merch. You're still getting American US dollars converted to yen. So it doesn't matter.
All
As long
it's
as
just
the boxes look nice, I don't care, honestly. They can call it whatever they want.
Yep.
All right. So that was just a quick thing before we move on to some more Gotchard stuff that definitely dropped. We got a lot of cards, but we also got this guy featuring Bench.
Oh, God. No.
Bench just want to be part of the story, so.
Oh, Bench. Just don't want to have fun.
So yeah, Valverade was the newest addition shown off in the teaser that we got for Gotchard. Once again, we're finding out so much more about this show before, like, even the presser. And it's just, like, all over the place. But, yeah, no, so this guy is not listed specifically as a writer. He's currently, we don't know what he is, pseudo-writer, debatable writer, whatever you want to name him. They're not specifically a common writer, but they use technically the same gimmick as Gotchard, as we can see that the top half is very different from the bottom half of them when it comes to that. And of course, we have seen the Ride Chemi cards that look like it could be attributed to them, especially when you buy the DX line, which is available for pre-order now. Then, of course, those cards are also available that you have in there. They're, like people in the chat are saying, that they think that it's going to be a chaser situation where they're going to start off as a pseudo writer and then become an actual common writer by the end of the series. It's definitely completely possible when it comes to those aspects. But right now, this is probably the best suit I've seen out of Gotchard yet. So it does give me some hope for possibly some really good villain anti-hero prospects that we could be getting on there. Honestly, this is the big positive that I've had when it comes to seeing a lot of the things from the show right now, because of course, as you know, I'm not as hyped up on Gotchard as some other people are. And it's really just the theming of things. It's like the theme, or rather like the school setting and all that stuff, is just typically not my personal cup of tea, but I'm happy to get proven wrong if the show does actually end up being good, because if people saw me in my initial thoughts for Dom Brothers, I was not overtly positive, and it completely proved me wrong. I ended up loving the show. So Gotchard still has that possibility to completely prove me wrong when it comes to that. But Mark, what do you think about Valverade?
I like it. It's a good design. I like the whole like eye with the gear spinning thingies there, and I hate that everyone's like basically using the color scheme of this to like be like, oh well, then Decade's gonna be in it. I'm like, dude, stop talking about Decade. Like, I don't care about Decade. I don't care about, like, yeah, Kensuke beat his ass, but I don't care about that show. I like the design of it. Like I said, we're getting so much stuff. Like almost all the cards that are going to be out are like shown already. We have this character. We have so much stuff, and it's like, just give us a press conference now. Like, just might as well just give us something, like a real trailer or something, because like it's one of those things where we're getting everything kind of like out of context. It's like I'd like some sort of official like trailer.
That'll be during the presser. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tuesday's that day. So
let's just drop that, because like, one, I want to say this, and I mean this with the utmost malcontent and disrespect in my voice. A lot of you on Toku Twitter and social media have been so annoying since anything Gotchard has been shown or announced. Like with the speculations and people already coming up with OCs for it. It's like, bro, like, can we just let Geets and let Gotchard start before you guys
we went
start
down this
really...
train with Geets, though.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's rinse and repeat.
And I was like, "Hey, you guys just like hold off before you start overly annoying me already. Like that'd be great."
People
Like,
are definitely ready to hop off.
The amount of muting and blocking I'm doing, well, not blocking, more muting than anything, because I don't block. But like, I'm just like so annoying. It's just let us just like, I want us to enjoy this, and I like go look up Gotchard because I'm like, oh, what if anything's been announced? Because I don't follow any of that stuff really. So I go and I type in, oh, let's see if Gotchard stuff, and it's just everyone would be like, oh, I love this. This is great. Oh, here's the character I created that's going to be using cards, and it's like, please, just like, shut up, just shut up. I mean, I made custom cards also that I put in your Discord, so I can't really talk, but
Yeah, I saw your custom cards, Mark.
I mean, I'm also going to be making some custom cards as well for
needed.
some bits because that's going to be necessary for my reviews. You can already expect those. So
I just wanted to upset people on the internet with my cards, so that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah, I
And it
know. I
worked.
saw your cards.
is one of your cards going to be a bench? What do you
No, I
combine with the
did-
bench?
No, I
No,
did
he
Nina,
did,
Tucker, and Alexander from Full Metal Alchemist, and then I did a third one that was the 10. That was the Chimera.
Yeah.
All right. Just need a Hughes and the phone booth. that would be it. Ash, what do you think about Valverade over here?
I think it looks pretty cool. I like the bolts in the hands. I think that's really unique. I like the coat going down for it. When this first dropped, I thought this was Gates related because it dropped like in the morning of like when people tweet about Gates, like when they watch it raw. So I thought, oh shit, this is a new form. So I quickly like closed Twitter so I didn't get spoiled. So like seeing this as a Gotchard form, I like it. I like it so far. Like I think from the image that they've showed so far, it's on a pretty good angle. It shows up enough. It's not on a weird angle that makes it look weird and awkward. I think it looks pretty cool. Like it's got a lot going on for it. Like you see the freaking the pipes coming out of it. Like
You see the
chest
wrench on the
side.
face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
The
it's
eyes
got a lot
literally
going on
that
for it.
piece to like make the wrench open and close. That's great.
Yeah,
That's great design.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I like this design. Like if they put it, if they're gonna make a figure of it, I might have to pick this up. Like it's a really cool suit design.
Yeah, like I said, like when it comes to Gotchard, this is probably like the forms that they showed for Gotchard, they're like, it's okay. But this
Yeah.
right here, I like this.
This is cool.
Like this a lot.
Mhm.
Cloudy, how do you feel about Valverade?
Definitely really liking it. I like the dirtier, like rusted, like color scheme to it. Like that looks really cool to me. So this has got screams like gotta be villain, anti-hero, something like that. I like the V's you can see along the shoulder down to like the chest of the suit. It's pretty cool. This is and the color scheming is pretty nice. Like I always liked GO's color scheming, like for some of its forms. So this is pretty good. Though I don't want to like speculate on story and stuff like that, which a lot of people already do.
When they get him to untransform and it's just Masahiro Inoue, it's Decade's actor.
It is stop with that. Stop.
And everybody just goes like, "Honore Decade," and he's like,
You
"No,
guys
it's not
know
me."
who you are. Like we. I just don't want to like. If we we haven't seen Decade yet. It hasn't been confirmed yet, so like just leave it alone.
I mean, if it happens, then it happens.
It's true, but don't keep saying it. It might happen.
It might actually happen. Oh no, Bench is taking over. So yeah,
Bench
let me.
is here.
Yep, the bench is here when it comes to all that. So yeah, we have been getting a lot of toys when it comes to Gotchard and things like that already. Especially like on the pre-order train and go ahead and order type things, and it'll probably be like coming within the coming weeks or so. Because this is like the fastest I've ever seen a lot of these toys go up.
Mhm.
Especially in multiple waves and things like that. Because even just right now, browsing on Toku Collectibles and things like that, you can already see that the Valve draw buckle is out here. I'm not getting that. It's literally just a card holder. It's like,
Yeah, it's just on a belt.
Yeah.
but I guess if you want like these cards, if you want the Gekio Copter and the Gorilla Sensei card, just the heads on, just get those in there. But then we've got the weapons pre-orders closed on the trading cards, like we were talking about at the start of the stream. I was like, man, pre-orders are already closed on these. Let me go to Amazon and just shipping. So, so real thing. I like
Shipping
the
is so
belt.
bad.
I might get the belt eventually, the driver eventually, but as of right now, it's like no. I can probably just wait and probably get it for cheaper later.
That'll go
down
on
the line.
sale. Like at Amazon Japan, you'll probably get it for like, or even by you'll probably get it for like under 25.
If it ends up being like when the Desire driver went down to like $50 and we ended, that's when I got my second one. Then yeah,
because it's getting a US release too, so you never know.
So yeah, and then of course the Soto line that you were talking about already up for pre-order. Like this is the most amount of merch I've seen just release with official pictures so far ahead of a show. Like it's crazy.
You know what's worse? If you scroll up, there's a premium edition for the Soto. That's all you get for $80. Just those two right there in the top right. That's all you get for the Soto lineup. You don't even get the full lineup for the 80. You just get those two. They split it in half. So the Geats with Geats 9 and Bujin Sword is the other set for 80. That's all you freaking get. But less stickers. It's all detail painted. It's still ridiculous. I pre-ordered it.
Well, obviously you would.
And I got the regular one too.
So of course, last week we were already on the card site, and lo and behold, they updated it again with some new cards. And of course, we've seen the cards already. They've been floating around, and it's the ones that got me to go like, I'm gonna have to spend money to try and get some of these polls that they're going to be showing off over here, because of course we got the legend rider cards already. Like they're in here. We got G3, we got Kaiser, we got Zeranos, we got so many of these.
I love the cartoon thing they do.
And don't forget, there's also the alternate artwork for these. There's two other alts for each one.
Like they're just really good. The alternate artwork is like great artwork
so
at
good.
that.
And the parallel artwork for the main rider ones, oof. That Garen looks nice though.
I like
Did
how
they
they're
say
all
what-
Up on there.
Did they say what box that the legendary rider cards are going to be in?
So there's going to be some in each wave.
Okay.
00 and 01. Then
Okay.
there's going to be 21 legend rider cards, I believe, in the wafers, but the artwork on all those different than what's in the booster packs. Then the Soto lineup comes with 8 each box, so there's 8 boxes total in the Soto lineup that will come with legend rider cards in them. Those artwork are actually also different in alternate art from what you can get in the packs.
Jesus Christ.
There's so many Geats ones. Like they're like, let's put everyone from Geats in.
This is like what, phase 1, and there's already so many fucking cards.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous.
I'm just saying, like for the god.
No, the funny thing is when I saw like the legend cards, one of the first ones that I saw was like Kunes.
Yeah.
And I was like, look at this man trying to be relevant. I don't even know who you are in this show anymore. You get a card? Damn, okay. All right, Kuhn out here doing things. So
Pretty cool.
But yes, go on.
No, nothing. I was just saying, for those people who are like going to be running those, those websites, the third-party ones where you can, buy singletons. Well, good luck there, buddies.
Trust me, I'm
Enjoy
selling
the
all my
money.
dupes. I'm selling dupes like crazy.
Oh, you're gonna do it on
Oh,
the
yeah.
entrance?
What am I gonna do?
Card section for him?
I'm like, here you go. Who wants these?
Because I feel like
$10
the thing
each.
is,
I'll sign
But-
them.
I've said this before, like when it comes to like trading card games, because especially like collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards and like Magic cards and stuff like that, it's always better to buy singletons because you can guarantee the cards you want, whether it's like semi more expensive or not.
So I'm going to tell everyone a trick right now on stream. So all 70 plus of you, don't let anyone else know about this, okay? If you have a local mom and pop shop, like comic book store, TCG store that has TCGs, and they have anything that's imported from Japan, like the Y Schwartz ones, any of those ones,
Vanguard.
you can literally ask them, hey, there's this card game, can you get me some boosters? And they can order them for you.
And
They
then you
can
might
do
get them
that.
cheaper.
They will probably, they won't mark it up much depending on how cool you are with them. But you can actually be like, hey, like there's this game in Japan. It's Kamen Rider. It's not a TCG per se, but like, can you? And they may be like, well, I could order some, but I have to get a box, which would be X amount of booster boxes. You could even be like, hey, I'll buy the whole boost,
I'm
the
just
whole
like,
box of boosters, then resell them yourself.
for those of you like collectors out there who aren't interested, sorry, not collectors, but those of you who have like your specific cards that you want, wait for them to come out in Singleton and just buy them that way. If you're like gotta collect them all, that's the only reason I would say you get packs, because like buying packs doesn't really do anything. If there's like a chase card you want, just get the chase card outright.
Also, I will accept pickles in
As payment.
See, look at this shit right here. Like the
that looks so good. That
Oh my god!
yeah,
I gotta have it.
dude. I'll have the first.
Gotta have it.
I'll have the first
That's
ever
amazing.
PSA 10. I'll have a PSA 10 one. I'll send them out.
Like
to get
these are
graded.
top 10. Like I just want like these fucking cards.
Now will we see them in show? Probably not.
Probably not, but I'm just
I'm
like,
gonna
no,
get
I
that
need
heavy.
those. I need to
I
like
do too.
plaster those on my wall. I need to get a whole poster frame set up. I will get tattoos of these cards on my back if I get them.
art
I'm gonna be like
is
Merrick
amazing.
from fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And just like the Egyptian god cards on my back, I'm gonna get these Legend Rider cards on my back.
I'm gonna have one put as a chain
saying
around my
that
neck. And
these
that's,
are-
that's as far as I'm going.
I feel like this is where you could tell they took their time to make the artwork for these. Like
Oh, absolutely.
commissioning all the artists to make these, like maybe this is
Decades is like,
Yeah,
because you gotta remember like all the work that goes into
this
like,
one is
making the
nice.
artist.
I like this.
yes, fucking O's out here.
One.
Just
That's
they
one of the
get
best
they
ones.
got an alternate artist for this one. They
Yeah.
were like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Wizards
Even
good too.
Wizard,
I like Wizards. Yeah.
Ah. Dime.
Eh.
Okay, man. It's bid.
Yeah.
Just like the show.
It just reminds me of like a Sunny D commercial or something. Like
Yeah.
if Sunny D got a mascot, it'd be this guy.
That reminds me of like Shakuriki Sports.
But yeah, like these cards are like so good.
The rabbit literally building the tank.
And don't forget, this isn't even
Yeah.
all the cards. This is all the cards that they are announcing to us.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more.
So, and they're also splitting up a lot of the Legend Rider stuff too. So, like, you know, it's gonna. I'm just wondering how frequently the booster boxes are gonna come out.
Like we
'Cause,
haven't
like-
seen a few writers like their official cards yet because Blade was
No.
absent from there. We got Garen,
Like I
but we
said.
didn't get Blade. So I think they're saving that for the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, and also we don't know how many waves they're gonna do, how many phases. Like,
Mm.
There's
as
also
of right
might
now,
be like
we know there's 3 total right now because I know there's some leaked information about phase 02 boxes. That's not confirmed, so that's why I didn't put any links to it. But it's like,
Hmm.
man,
we also might get a set for post the show. You know,
right.
I'm debating which one of these cards I like the most, whether or not I like Kuga's more or Oz's. And then like whichever one of those, it's like then Agito's would be like
Yeah.
in third place, and then Fi's, and then like then it moves over from there. Like chat, which one of these like is your favorite card out of these? Which one is the one you gotta have in your collection? Like
Ryuki
ain't no
Red.
question.
Saying all of them is a proper answer
Yeah.
as well.
That Ryuki
I
one.
gotta buy him. I gotta buy him.
I'll fight
Japogo.
people. I'll fight people for booster boxes. Like literally. Like if you guys want to see me box anybody, just tell them, hey Mark, 1 jar of pickles, 1 booster box of phase 01. Go 3 rounds, pickle. All right.
It's a trick. There's only going to be one round.
Yeah.
See, the sad thing about this is like, so I'm that guy that usually when I buy like booster packs at a store, back when I would buy like Pokemon cards and things like that, I actually would be the guy that would bring a personal scale.
Oh,
You
you
gotta weigh
weighed
them.
them.
Oh, you
I
gotta
would
weigh 'em.
weigh the
Come on
booster
now.
packs because for those people that don't know, like the ones that normally have like the super holographic ones and stuff, they weigh a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. So if you weigh the booster packs ahead of time, you will know which one is going to carry that card. So I would be that guy.
I
that would
made
do that
memes about those guys.
Trust me,
So-
I'm weighing mine just to show everyone like what they weigh and is that. I'm like, is there any distinguishable? I'm like, there you go. I have a lot of boxes to open.
Look, you're not a true actual collector of trying to get the rares if you don't bring a scale. Like you just gotta know it. You gotta know the tips and tricks. Like I learned that
Especially-
from baseball collectors, because baseball
yeah.
collectors, when I would run into those, they'd be like, "Yeah, the ones that have the autographs on them just weigh like 1 milligram more than the
I was
rest."
gonna
I was
say
like,
that
"Hey,
because I get the Wyatt Schwartz Rent a Girlfriend cards and the quintessential quintuplet ones, and I was weighing the packs. And I found an autograph card, and I was like, "This one's good." And I was like, it was a slightly more than the other ones.
I don't know if you want to call me a whale or cheap, but I prefer just if I like a card or if I like a set of cards, I always just buy the singles.
I do that too, but there's also why not guarantee yourself some goodness if you weigh them?
yeah, exactly."
I mean, like you can. That's because you can't guarantee yourself a goodness. You know what I
Sure, you
mean?
can if you weigh them. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's if you want. You're taking a gamble here.
Not really. I mean, yeah, well, I mean, you know, but
It's definitely.
why not give yourself a guarantee?
What's the guarantee? The scaling?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's if you have like the time. But like we're getting these cards
Well,
from
pocket
Japan.
one just.
It's not like we're going to like a mom and pop shop again. You know.
I mean,
Yeah, I really
don't
want
know
to see
about
like someone like Taka go to like a regular store and just pick these up. Like I just want to see like the perspective of someone actually in Japan picking these up, because I get fascinated by that kind of shit. Like
I
the luxury that we don't
Graph.
get.
Well, I do not.
I
do
have
not
that
go to
luxury
TCG
out here,
player.
so I will also be going out and buying packs at like Tokyo Central Main, Murokai Market, this that because they do a lot of the Japanese cards and this that, and they carry all the stuff like this. And I asked them, I was like, "Hey, you got any like Gotchard stuff?" They're like, "Yeah, we have Geet stuff here. We are getting a lot of the Gotchard stuff." And I'm like, because I wanted to know about the wafers because I can't get those online. But they always carry the wafer stuff for like Ultraman and Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. So I was like, "Hey, you're gonna have they're like, yeah, we're gonna have all the wafer stuff. We're gonna have the card packs too." And I'm like, "Done. That's all I need to know." I'm gonna go on there with my camera, just filming, just grabbing packs off the shelves and weighing them. No, I'm not gonna weigh them.
Jesus Christ.
No, probably when I go to the convention in October, they'll likely have several either booster
Yeah.
boxes or booster packs, and I'm probably just gonna be like, "All right, give me 100."
Packs
gonna
or booster
spend-
boxes.
$500.
Wait. Booster packs or boxes?
But
Give me packs. They're
oh,
likely
packs. Okay.
they're likely gonna bring packs individually and not boxes.
Oh yeah.
for
They're
the
probably
convention,
they'll make more money off of that way. Honestly,
yeah. So it's just like, yeah, let me just get 100 booster packs because I know you're not gonna sell the boxes. So, but if you did sell the boxes, how much? Like that would be my question to them.
Yeah.
Because at least for the convention I go to, nowadays there's only like one dealer that has any Toku stuff, and it's just like they price gouge the hell out of it. Doesn't mean I'm not going to buy it because it's right in front of me, so I'm going to impulse
Right.
buy it and still spend the money. So
that's
what do you think?
I mean, you could think the extra price money is just that you get it instantly right then there and don't have to wait for shipping.
Graf asked a really important question. Any of us keeping any sealed boxes? I thought about that, but it's not like a TCG technically.
I'm thinking of doing a giveaway.
You know, it's not like getting like freaking Pokemon or like any of those booster boxes sealed or Yu-Gi-Oh, because they're TCG. There's more like rarities to pulling a Pokemon card compared to the Gotchard cards. Like the Gotchard is basically, let's face it, it's not gonna be like, oh, this card. It's not like the One Ring that they had in Magic the Gathering, you know.
The $2 million card.
Yeah, there's a chance. There, everyone had. There, I'm sure they, because this is mass produced. This is for kids. I'm sure there, people getting multiples of these Legend Rider delicious parallel cards easily.
I was thinking of like maybe doing like a giveaway for the Discord. I was thinking of like doing a box giveaway.
Who you? I ain't giving away shit. I don't give away stuff. I'll sell it.
Nah.
If I just end up getting like doubles, then I'll just rip them up like Exodia cards.
Good.
For,
Just gonna rip them up like
Good.
every day on
Yeah.
like once per stream, just like or video, just like oh, I'm
I will-
ripping up another-
Like for the people that I know are like complete aficionados, like if I get like doubles of like a rare card of something, like if I get like a double of the of the decade card,
Oh.
I'll be like, you already know who I'm gonna point this one out to, but I'll just be like, hey, you see this decade rare card? Ugh.
You're gonna kill that
You
man.
stole my plan for all the Gaim cards I get.
And then for the Kuga one, if I get a second one, you know specifically who I'm thinking. Like everybody
Yes.
in the Discord server has like their favorites. It's just like,
Oof.
ugh. Just
I
to
will
do
destroy.
it.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
destroy all the
mine's not
Gaim
here
ones.
yet.
Even if I don't have a duplicate, I'll destroy the Gaim ones.
Every
Wow.
bad episode, just rip a card. Hey,
But
Time's up.
now you can.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought about it, but like honestly, even that's why I don't even do any haul videos anymore. Because the second I do it, as the comments are like, "Oh, you're going to do a giveaway for any of that stuff." So like, I don't want to have to deal with that. Like, even especially
I feel like people
card
shouldn't
back.
expect a giveaway. Like you would announce a giveaway if you're gonna do a giveaway.
people expect free stuff all the time.
Although one TCG collector that I like does like he picks like a bulk common, right? And then he autographs it and then he just gives away like on his Patreon, like he gives like the if you're like just any support his Patreon at all, he just gives you that card. And yeah.
Is that
That's really
Leonhardt?
No.
I know he does something similar.
I don't think it's Leonhardt. It's Prof. It's Prof.
I'm gonna end up having to make like posters of some of these artworks. I'm gonna have to meticulously like trace some of these to make them in like
That is
super
my favorite.
HD.
That
Now,
I
like
can
this
totally
one right
do.
here, I got to make this into a poster, just
This
like
is
I
my
did my
favorite
Tom
one.
Brothers and like the Noto ones in the background. I got to do like my tracing duty, make that shit HD, put it on a wallpaper, like get it up there.
Dude, looks like a good tattoo design too.
This
I already haven't started. I'm
Alright,
just gonna
this
add
is-
Agito right there, and I'm done.
I mean, I already got the Agito logo tattooed on my back. I just need the rest of this.
This just makes me want to rewatch Agito. It's so good.
It is
It's so
completely now underrated by today's fandom. But the old fandom knows.
Those old timers were like, yeah, back in my day.
I remember seeing old reviews of like favorite Toku, and everyone was just like top in with like Agito.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like way back in the day, like when I got into this, because of course when I got into it, Agito had already aired. They're like, don't watch Agito yet. It's gonna make you judge everything and compare it to it because it's just that good. So I waited. I waited a couple years. I watched it, and then I was like, you're right, it is really good. But then I went back and watched my first love, which was Fies, and I was like, nah, Fies is still my favorite. So see, even Hibiki out here, like good artwork. Like these better be holographic. I need that holofoil, like that shine to these in terms of the gold aesthetic when it comes to these cards.
I can't wait to see the way they actually shine because this is just like a regular thing.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the way that they showcase off like the multiple different variants of the pre-existing cards already, where it's like the same artwork, and it's just like, why am I clicking the same artwork like 3 times? Well, probably one's gonna be like reverse holofoiled, and the other one's gonna be full holofoil, that kind of thing. But yeah, then Decade's just out here like, wah wah.
Yeah, they really could have done a better design. Trolling aside, like bad card design were good.
Oh my god! So
This
let's
one,
see.
oh.
What
Like I've
chat
seen
is-
the higher quality version of this O's one, and it's like all gold and everything else, and I'm like, oof. I was like, I need that, the ultra rare.
I mean, I
whatever.
just like how they redid technically like the logo for the
Yeah.
name and stuff like that on there. Like it's like I can see this just being the title of a video game with that kind of font.
I feel like they made these so good just because it would help sell the Gotchard driver. Because honestly, I'm tempted to get it just because these cards are great.
I am, but not yet. Once again, I'll wait for them deals. I'll
Yeah,
wait for them deals.
Yeah. I'll wait for it to go cheap on Buyee.
Because at the end of the day, that driver just looks like a fucking brick with LED lights. So
Mm.
it's probably the
You
most
buy them on
underwhelming I've
Buyee,
seen.
someone weighs them. so it's like, buy these Gotchard packs off me. They're already weighed.
What's
So you
funny
probably-
is
that's
the
what
way
we
that they did the legend of like Kuga on here on the card is something that I would have expected from Agito, because of course those that have seen Agito know that the mural plays a big key in the backstory of Agito. So the fact that they didn't do that, maybe if they release a second like parallel card, and it's just like that kind of artwork, and in which case they're going to continue getting my money. I mean, this is literally first phase stuff. Out of how many phases we don't know. They could go as far out as like 10 phases, something like that.
Oh,
It's
God,
a
no.
ridiculous amount.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't say that. Don't will that into the universe on me.
You know you're gonna get the Christmas phase. That's where you're gonna get your cake topper. You're gonna get your cake topper with that Christmas phase.
That's true.
Because they keep doing it every year. They always do a
No.
cake topper gimmick.
Oh God! Imagine if they did box toppers like the sales. Oh no!
All these ideas are horrible. I'll buy them.
Like seriously, like a box topper, like an exclusive card you can only get for getting a box. Like, oh Lord!
Yeah. How do they do that?
They
Well,
really
I mean, we'll
should not
know
do
when we
that.
get them. I hate usually box toppers because most of the time I don't get the one I want. Especially with whenever I get Digimon freaking TCG booster boxes, I never get the topper I want.
What's funny, someone said on here, Fies is a phone mascot, which is fitting. Yes, but it also is an homage to another tokusatsu from around that era, Brave Hero, Brave Phone 7, which was definitely a thing in which the protagonists were just walking phones that were flip phones for that time. If they wanted to go the full Fies reference, they would have thrown in a shark in there as well, because as people found out later on, around decade period, Fies is actually based off of a shark.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We need the collaboration with Dent Man.
Oh Ash, which one is your favorite card? I haven't heard you say anything.
The Fires one looks cool. Like the Ryuki and the Agito one looks really great as well. Like those ones look great. Like the O's ones look really freaking cool. Oh yeah, I thought I was muted. Yeah, those ones look really great as well. Like the mascot ones look cute, but I just want to see like really cool detailed artwork like that, or like having the riders on the cards like the Kyun one.
Oh no, I went back to the main page.
Nose.
Oh crap!
Well, either way. Yeah, so we got a lot of those cards when it comes to popping up with that. And people really shocked that they didn't know that Fies was a shark. You've had like 15 years. 15 years. We all found out from the like decade web series where they actually told us so many details about the first wave of writers, where their like eye holes were for the stunt actors to be able to see, to which suit actor had the best butt. Like they went through this shit.
To the torture
on-
that Eva's actor went through.
It was yes, all that stuff was in the decade web series that kind of gave us all those little bits and hints and things like that. All right, you know, we are at an hour 54 minutes in, and
Wow.
I've ran out of my talking points. So I'm just like, how are we going to pad out an extra hours, or even are we? Is Mark just going to slowly eat a
Oh, my-
pickle? There you go. Just that's it.
Oh my god.
I'll drop this tidbit of information. Possibly expect a Cosmic Fury trailer dropping sometime this month.
Ooh,
Whether it's
hope
going to be
so.
on Power Rangers Day or possibly sometime next week or the next couple of weeks, keep an eye out. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Because I did notice a lot of the cast members, maybe Hunter, was like, yeah,
Hunter
we
did
can't
say
promote
something
it.
today.
Yeah,
We
like,
can't
we can't
promote it
promote it,
'cause
but
I'm
we
on
need you
strike.
guys to. It's like, cool, well, give us something to promote then. Besides that, we
Yeah.
cast more for.
I did
And-
see that there were a few more Twitter or X or whatever the fuck they're calling it now.
Oh my
Conversations with Simon Bennett when it comes to the like if things were halted ahead of time, if there were plans in the pipework for something after Cosmic Fury and things like that, and how he said that there were plans and ideas out there, but of course they were shut down and just stopped before
Yeah.
they got too far, that type of thing. So he was definitely prepared for more before they decided
Yeah.
to change the guard.
And
he
now
did say he was
Lionsgate just
planning a
got
20-episode series. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's something.
Lionsgate just got
Lionsgate
one
just got
E or
E1.
E1.
Yeah,
like,
one E1, yeah.
I have,
so that'll
like,
be intriguing.
I have an odd question for the cast. So if you know, guys don't mind potentially, like
Wait,
how
which cast?
all of you guys, just you guys, like How long do you think the hype for Cosmic Fury will last after it drops?
3
Like,
days.
do you think it'll?
A week or two.
Yeah.
You think it'll be
No more than a week. I mean, honestly, because like it's gonna be a streaming service, so it's like when I say binge watch, it's over. You know,
Yeah.
It happens with Stranger Things. It happens with every major thing. People don't realize like these major shows that stream, like until there's another announcement, it's out of sight, out of mind.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
part of the
but-
reason why the binge model in general, like we talked about this,
Yeah.
I think it's either the first or the second live stream that we did of this
Yeah.
about the binge model, and it just doesn't work for these shows because the hype just isn't there.
Yeah.
Because some people are
No.
going to be more ahead than others, and for those that are already there, the talking points are already done. There's no speculation in terms of like how we do like Geets and King Oger every week. We can speculate on what might happen down the pipeline. Once you're done with Cosmic Fury, it's like the speculation's over. It's like you literally could just watch next episode.
That's why I thought it was weird. People would like review episodes like one at a time of a show that was bingeable and already out, and I'm like, why? You know, like I'm gonna like watch all these, and then I'm gonna skip all your other episodes and go to your last review. Why don't you just do a whole series review?
Yeah, that's why when I did.
So like, no one stops after one episode if all the episodes are available day one. No one stops after one episode. Let me go see what everyone says about episode one.
It's gonna
Okay,
get
now let me go to episode two. It's like, no,
Yeah,
I'm already
that's-
like through the credits.
It's like Black Sun.
you're not-
Like
you're not
I couldn't do
wrong.
it. I couldn't do one episode each for Black Sun because it's just like it all dropped. There's no point in me speculating. The next episode's already available. So what's
even
the
do 4
point?
episodes
So
of
I
Black
just have
Sun.
to do the whole series.
I will never
You're
watch
not
that
wrong,
show.
but more views, more videos equals more views and more money.
Yes, but
That is true.
I've seen those videos where it's like the first couple episodes they review. The
Right.
videos don't even work. Don't even have any
I mean,
views on it.
I did it for like Dino Fury season 2 because that's when the leaks were coming out or the international spoilers. Cosmic Fury, I'm up in the air. I've asked Netflix kindly, can I please have a press release copy? They haven't got back to me. And if they do give me a press release copy, then I'll probably do separate episode reviews here and there. But wait, is Zia trying to say something?
No,
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, it's just the lag on my end. Okay, like the moving it 2 frames per second. But yeah, I feel like we've got like I feel like if it like I asked Netflix for early episodes because tried to make it seem like I'm a big important YouTuber. I'm not that cool.
I mean you
I'm hoping
definitely
I get
got
something.
more subs than like me and Mark combined. So
Maybe
Yeah.
it's
I
your
think
approach. You should
plus
let me know
multiply that by
for you.
3.
I was gonna
I think
say
you're pretty cool.
there's a multiplication sign in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You need to be more
Yeah, yeah.
aggressive. Like, do you know who I am? Like,
Do-
you want some good press?
Good
You want
I am.
you want to eat off my plate for a bit? Give Netflix some clout real quick.
I walked the Graceful Dead on 1978. Who the fuck are you? But yeah.
I've been quoted on Reddit. Reddit.
Yeah. Front page.
My-
You could just throw that card out there like
Do you know the people I've streamed with? Christ.
I
Oh, no, don't put my
showed
name in
that
that.
I showed that post to my friend, like saying, "Hey, look, I made Reddit," and he wanted the joke post on it, going, "Who the fuck is Yoxy360?" And now he's mad because he quoted on one Power Rangers Reddit. He keeps getting notifications about it because that's how Reddit works on his phone.
oh my god, that's funny.
But yeah, because I'm like I doubt that Netflix is going to give me early access to Cosmic Fury. Maybe I'll talk to Joe from Illuminati, see if, like what to do in that situation, because he got Cosmic Fury early, and I saw a picture of Ghost. I feel like I can say that it's been a year. I got to see like Zato's ghost form, whatever you call it, like months ago, and I had to sit on it for ages. Same with like knowing Melissa. Ages ago that was writing the comics. I had to sit on that for a while, but I don't know. Like, I feel like Cosmic Fury, I'm gonna have to binge it, like, so I don't get spoiled.
Are we going to talk about it?
I'll have to remember that.
That would mean that I would have to watch Dino Fury. Maybe I'll just watch it while I'm working on my cosplay tomorrow.
Just saying.
I'll just put it on the background. It'll probably be the first Power Ranger seasons that I would watch in its entirety since Dino Thunder.
Jesus.
That's how I was.
That's when I stopped. That's when I
That's how I
stopped.
was.
Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. I know what I'm gonna make you watch on Toku Rewind. It's gonna be a Power Ranger season, and I know you're gonna like it.
Turbo.
No.
Samurai?
I've already seen Turbo. No, you'll see. It's a surprise. You'll see.
Mega Force?
No, I said you'll like it.
Oh, that
Super
I'll
Mega
like
Force?
it? Jungle
Yeah.
Fury?
No, well, yes, Jungle Fury is actually pretty good, but
I don't
it's
know. We're
different.
watching Geki Ranger now. That would be kind of weird.
No, it's RPM. There you go. It's RPM.
okay. I would feel weird. It's like kind of like cheating on your wife with her twin sister, that kind of thing. But she's not as attractive.
Jesus.
That's how I would feel if I'm watching Jungle Fury after
That
Geki
still
Ranger.
counts.
Just saying.
Nah,
Just saying.
that don't count. That's fine. That's allowed.
That's allowed.
I mean, that's how I felt. That's how I
Oh,
felt when I
that's-
watched
I don't
Kenja.
make the
That's how I felt
rules.
when I watched Kenja. I was like, baby,
Okay.
you did all my life.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's like Shinkendra compared to Samurai. It's like, holy crap! What was I watching before?
What? Why didn't I cheat on my wife earlier, like 10 years ago?
Exactly.
Just
Oh
saying.
god.
I don't make the rules.
Now people
Yeah,
are going
by
to
the
start
way,
using that comparison now.
Ash,
Yep.
you're gonna get like a message, like an email. It's like, oh, we're sorry, we're supposed to send you this like a week ago. Here's your early access to the Cosmic Fury. Sorry in advance. It's
You
fine.
And they
know
just
what
send
it's
you
for.
Q
It's
Ranger dubbed.
Dubbed.
They just said you wanted like the the PulseCon panels, and that's it.
Oh my
Like,
God.
even I didn't get, like, on the Hardsburg good list, like, back in the day. But yeah, it is what it is. Like, I'm not fussed, but yeah. Like, if I don't get in the press release, I don't get it. I get the comics early, and I'm thankful that Boom put me on that press release.
Boom is awesome like that. I mean,
Boom
I
is
was on
awesome.
Hasbro's good side until I don't know. I was very public about a year and a half ago, shitting on the Lightning Collection publicly when no one else wanted to. And
Did they stop sending you toys?
they took me off the email list even.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
And that wasn't even like the one where they send you stuff. It's just the email about the
Yeah.
news posts, usually after they already even say it's live. So I was like, they took me off the newsletter. They're
They
like,
did you
no.
dirty.
I haven't gotten shit. Well, then again, people hate me, so it makes sense.
Who hates you, Zio?
Happens
No one
sometimes.
does.
Happens sometimes.
I'm the redheaded clown, according to some folks.
I mean,
So,
you do have red hair.
You do have red.
I do, but I don't endorse McDonald's like that.
Now do the curtains match the
If they
drapes?
brought back the real $1 McChicken, I would endorse McDonald's.
What curtains? This
Oh,
this stream is brought to you by Manscaped.
Yes. Buy the lawnmower 3000.
20% off. Use Galaxy Blade at checkout.
Exactly.
Remember Galaxy Blade the way you remember, with 5 blades on this razor.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
That's it.
It'd be great.
I'd shave my face for a sponsorship.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, everybody.
I'd
I'm
sell out.
sorry.
Oh my god, this is how we're padding out for time.
Yeah.
It's like this.
I like a pattern
we're-
too, where
we're headed
it's
into,
got
like,
freaking the Mario
post-stream
Brothers
content.
movie on the TV, and I'm watching in the corner. And I'm like, oh, Mario Brothers movie. It's a great movie.
I've just ordered ice cream actually from Dairy Queen.
Yeah, so Mr. Cool Guy Awesome, I have seen that leaked video of Geets, and I actually commented on that individual. They're fine to disagree with my opinion.
Yeah.
But there's someone else that called me out on that one, so yeah. That was definitely a thing. And it's just like, hey, context is key, but of course you want to take one side of the narrative, cool. That's your prerogative. So yeah,
I
so
have those
outside-
ID cores on the way, actually. My little box full of those Rainbow Geets ID cores.
Are you going to try playing a game with that, seeing who collects the most? You're going to hide them for like Easter?
No, I'm
Yeah.
actually, I don't want to say the G word out loud, but I'm actually contemplating like not keeping all of them and keeping one for myself.
Ah.
It's because it was a bundle, and I was like,
So you mean
Fine.
people can start actually hounding you for a giveaway then?
no, I will.
You just said the G word. It's still
No, because it's already up. I still have people going back to older videos from like a year and a half ago asking if I'm going to give away stuff.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
just like-
Mark, you've got like 4,500 Sotos back there. What's 2?
That is 184. Thank you very much.
Just release a YouTube short and just be like, look, the first 2 people that watch this get a shout out.
I did a giveaway once, and the
That's it.
person never claimed it and gave me their information. So I was like, okay, well, if you're not going to pay
Oh,
attention,
damn.
I even DM'd them, and I was like, just give me the information. I'll send it to you. They never replied back. I'm like, all right.
Damn.
And then I went and cleared up my DMs, and I found out the person blocks me.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So I
Jesus.
was like, yeah, I guess you
Christ.
get nothing then.
So, I mean, it makes no sense sometimes when some of these blockings happen, but hey, it's a thing when it happens with these.
I have a Power Ranger
and-
thing.
Mm.
But
What's
is
an
that's a Power Ranger thing and not a Gotchard thing?
No, it's a Power Ranger thing.
That is a
Oh.
Power Ranger thing?
Well, I found it at a thrift store for like $1, and it works.
Oh.
And it's like mint.
Get the brand new
But I don't have the thing
Manscaped
for it,
product,
so.
the Fize Razor.
The
You know,
Razor.
I mean, look, Motorola released a phone called the Razor, obviously very famous phone.
Yeah, yeah.
It now has 555 blades. Oh my god,
Are
that's
you gonna-
scorched earth territory right there.
Are you
Like,
gonna do freaking fake commercial spots?
We should do fake commercial spots. That'd be great.
I mean,
I got a
let's
green
see.
screen. I could do it.
Yeah, I've got too many like fake things like right by me. I've still got the Trust Ass CD.
I've
Trust Ass gets bundled in with Geets the board game. The first people to pre-order the Geets board game get a copy of Trust Ass for free.
We were supposed
Would
to
you,
like,
And
would
if
you
they
ever
still don't
think
want it.
about putting that on eBay and see if anyone buys it? Like under the Gates tag?
I mean, it would just literally be at what do I actually have in here? WCW versus the World PlayStation
What?
1 video game.
You need to be a little more careful with that.
Jesus.
That is peak right there. It is. I'm not even joking.
Done by THQ back in the day. So yeah, if people were wondering what was inside this box, yes, it's just WCW versus the World PlayStation 1 video game.
What's inside Milk with the Homies? If you still have it.
Do I still have Milk with the Homies, or did I replace that with Per Balling? I think I might have replaced that one with Per Balling,
Oh, damn.
which I would have to find where that one's at. So yeah. This is now a giveaway stream. Ain't no way. Nah.
Nope. We're just gonna go around our rooms to see
Give
like
away
what
these
extra crap
these
we have.
hands.
What's the random shit you can reach at from your room?
I have this God Tarantula mech.
It does me no good unless you do a face reveal, Cloudy.
Shin Godzilla.
No, that's not happening either.
Oh, okay, well that's not gonna happen.
Let's see what else do we have. Pokemon Plus.
Look,
Because why not?
WCW, I was definitely in the NWO camp. That was the
Dude,
Attitude
everyone
Era.
was NWO.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Everyone was NWO or Wolfpack NWO, depending on if you like
Yep.
the red and black.
There's these 3 books.
When
John made me
Sting
buy the other
joined
day.
the Wolfpack, I had to do it. I was a massive Sting fan back in the day.
I was always a Conan fan.
This is where we start getting into like our wrestling lore of what we like. Even though I don't follow wrestling anymore, but I was a big fan back in the day, as most people
Got
were.
some Toku hard drives that I could reach also.
I'm pretty vanilla.
1
with my
terabyte
taste.
each, full
I
stuff.
was always a Rey Mysterio fan.
Ah,
I bumped into a few times out here because obviously I'm in the 619. Can grab all the horror stuff over there. There's a lot of stuff within my reach. Always, SH Figure Art Blade, Jack form, always within reach. Because
2000 is the 90s, Graph. What are you talking about? If you were to talk to anybody back in the 2000s, they would be like, no, the new millennium technically starts in 2001.
it didn't start until Jericho Countdown and showed up at WF.
Oh, the sword. Oh.
That was the proper talking points that we had back then, because of course we were all scared that Y2K was going to be a thing, and all the nukes would fly out. See, Ash, this is the perfect time to reach for that Memorial Edition, like
Live box opening.
yes,
still have to
live
make
box
this.
opening.
I might make this tomorrow on stream.
Ooh.
This would have been the time to do it.
By the way,
It should have
So-
been the time to do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to hold on to that in the box just a little bit longer.
Cyrus,
So
I'm
it's like
37, going to be 38,
yeah, it's
so
like-
you're not old.
And
Because I don't
Cyrus,
know
I'm
where I'm
only
gonna
1
put
year
it.
younger than you, so
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm almost 3 years older than you, Cyrus. So after Zio gave me advice on how to schedule live streams and this that, I get a comment after my live stream is over on the VOD. Somehow, even though I scheduled it well in advance, someone was like, "How did I miss this live stream? I
That
didn't
was
know you
me.
were live." Yeah,
that was only me. I,
I
didn't
was
even know it
dying
was
laughing
alive.
when I saw the like.
I was
like,
waiting for it
"How
to
did
go
you,
live,
like-"
and I didn't even see it.
I was like,
what'd you do?
Me?
Waiting for it.
Yeah. Did you schedule it like for
Yeah.
real? For real? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard
did
you
no one
did.
watch?
No, I had a good amount of people in there, but I thought it was funny. Cloudy commented right after it was done. How did I miss this? I didn't even know.
How
I
far in
did-
advance did you set the time?
I scheduled it before we went live on Friday, and it was for the next morning at 11:15 a.m. So it was like,
Oh, that's plenty of time.
Yeah,
No,
it was
I
more
was
than 18
awake.
hours.
I just was waiting. I didn't see it come up. Usually, it shows me like a big
and
pin
I
for all the people going.
I put the one up
Cloudy,
for
you gotta
tomorrow
click
up
the
yesterday.
bell for notifications.
Yeah,
I'm
I have
sorry.
the bell clicked. It's just Mark never has anything to do with.
YouTube. YouTube.
God damn! Just roasted this man.
I didn't mean it to come out that way. I'm
Nope.
just saying.
Nope, I need a calm
God damn.
people.
Yeah. Down that pickle. Just that would have been the moment. That would have been the moment.
I could have, but I was like, no, that would be a better reaction with the Takis in there.
Ooh. The top.
Listen. No, you know what? I'm not gonna. 'Cause that's punching down. That's punching down.
Because he's a VTuber?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna bring up the subscriber count,
Oh.
but then I can't in the presence of Ash, because then he'd be like, "Oh, really? We're gonna count?"
We're
It's
gonna
like,
count.
no, we're not, sir. No, we're not, sir. Let's talk massive first, my friend.
Okay.
I mean, then I could just start talking about like, what about video averages? Then that would be me starting
yeah,
to punch out.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah,
talk
my
about
Gates
it.
reviews, my
I'm done.
my
I'm
numbers
done
ain't
with
doing so hot.
I'm not reviewing Kamen Rider actually this season. I'm not. It's a waste of energy for me.
It's funny when you start getting into the analytics of things, how it's kind of like very weird in a lot of aspects. Because it's like Ash has way more subscribers than me,
Yeah.
but then my reviews average about like 2,000 views for Geats and things like that. When like I tend to almost be like 1-to-1 ratio with my sub count with my view count in terms of those aspects. Then Mark's in the hundreds. How's it like being down there in the hundreds?
My
Jesus
Gotchard video is
Christ.
just 500.
Cloudy, you started this.
I didn't start
How-
shit.
Cloudy, did you even start your channel yet?
Yes, actually.
This is where we start roasting each other. So
I
hey.
know, right? It turns into Discord.
Sorry, it's private. as fuck.
Oh, by the way, I have an update. So
drop the name if you
Cleopatra
want.
still hasn't sent me my freaking Shin Ultraman replacement Blu-ray, and it's been
Ooh.
since July 19th.
1 week.
And there's been people who have like gotten theirs before me, so I'm about to start some shit with them because that's annoying. But yeah, those stuff like okay, so realistically, my non-review videos are doing it. Other than Ultraman, because Ultraman's doing all right, but like my non-review videos just destroy my review videos. So I'm like, you know what? I
Yeah.
have shorts that are doing better than freaking reviews, and I'm like, really? I would do one every like 6 months.
Just
So
be
I
a toy
made-
reviewer.
You're definitely
Except
more
you
of
know
a
you're gonna
toy
get
comic guy.
those comments of
So
giveaways.
I thought about that because a lot of my toys, like this week in Candy Toys, my weekly toy video, like went from I've been doing it for almost 2 years now, and it went from like 8 to 9 views to now like guaranteed within the first like 12 hours 100 views, and I'm like, wow, that's not bad for Candy Toys, which is very niche in the American Western market. So I was like, that's not bad. And then I was like, my Yu-Gi-Oh toys, I'm like, but you know what? The thing is, like, I'd have to open the toys. I'm a mint on card collector for a lot of stuff. So it's kind of tough to like review toys because then I have to like open them.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm not a like toy connoisseur, so I'm like, it looks okay.
Yeah. I'm
Meanwhile,
like,
it's
that's a
probably
lot
got
of money
paint
to
missing in the
sink.
back.
yeah, like it's accurate.
Yeah. It looks cool.
So I like the Sotos. I'll just review them after. Be like, okay, these stickers suck. This like building stuff and talking about it was a lot easier than just opening up a toy. Be like, look at this
Yeah.
new toy. But those Zelda Breath of the Wild, freaking little $8 figures, those were very nice to me in the YouTube Shorts department because no one else was talking about them, and I was like, sold.
I like how GOA is like a Comedy Central roast. It's like that's what my 2 anniversary like video is gonna be.
Yeah.
I asked people on my Discord to send me roast towards me
What?
because if
How was
yeah,
it a Discord? I didn't hear that.
ages ago I said this.
This
I was like, yeah,
something we planned like a while ago.
Yeah, I was
Tell me,
like, look,
Cloudy.
for the
Oh,
second
I
anniversary,
remember
we
Cloudy.
can't hit the emotional sting that we did during the first
will.
one. So I'd rather be the guy that just gets roasted on
The
because
problem
it's
is
like
so many
What's that?
people don't want to roast you. They don't know.
Oh, I'm ready. Phew.
There's
John
so many
John
people who don't
John
wanna-
on Discord knows what I have that I haven't unveiled
like
yet.
some people just assume I'm just mean, but the thing is just like the roast game, there's like a fine art to when it comes to roasting. And
Yeah.
a lot of times it's not meant to be malicious, it's literally for the shits and giggles. But some people take those out of skew and just go like, fuck this man, block, 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 block. And that's how I got a lot of hate.
You just gotta be able to like take like a lighthearted like jab. You know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah.
malicious.
Yep.
If they aren't crying, I've not done my job properly.
Like,
Yeah,
remember when I said a lot of other TokuTubers hate me? Once again, roast out of context. Roast out of context. I mean, Cloudy, you did
Cloudy, you got to DM
contribute
me
to
all the
that
details
with
on
the
this
Jackbox
roasting
stream,
video
but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't intend for that to go the way it was supposed to go. People had their choices and they made the wrong ones. Okay,
We don't talk about Jackbox.
I just supplied the ammunition. It was there.
I'm out.
Yep, he's gone. He's just like, no, we ain't talking about
Nope.
those Jackbox. Look,
I got guilty by association, so nope, no thank you.
there were shirts that were made that featured me in a
You can't
goatee
take it
position during that same stream. So for people that want like out of context things, look, I was the one that got the brunt force of that stream,
They
but
did.
I can take a joke. That's the difference.
I to be fair, what I put was just meant to be taken for funny giggles,
It's true.
and then it was not.
I wasn't even there during the stream. I don't even know.
I didn't
You
know what
weren't.
happened.
You're
It was very small time. Me, I wasn't even like at 1K subs yet when we had that stream. So
well,
Trying to think.
really you weren't.
no, I was not.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hide behind the
I have a
bench.
bunch of these.
Yeah,
on my
there you
desk,
go.
too, if they're still
Oh my
back
god,
up
you
my
can
desk.
move the bench. I didn't even know you can move the bench.
All my press
No,
badges
yeah,
from
I've got-
conventions. These are nice.
I've
in
got
my
those
collection.
powers.
Damn, you got bench
Yeah.
moving powers.
Ooh, you got your
I
custom
think we all
crazy
do.
tags.
I got Power Morphicon.
Oh, nice.
E3. We got a whole bunch of Comic Cons.
What
Oh,
is
since we're
E3,
showing
Mark? Because I feel like
Since we're
E3 is
showing
not
off
a thing.
tabs,
It's dead.
I'm
It's
gonna
done
win
now.
this
It's
one.
not happening ever again. That thing's dead. I
Revive
went to
it.
the last private one. Yeah.
Man, I'm on my
E3's
fourth drink.
Damn.
Damn many.
Yep.
Damn.
It's been a rough week. Like y'all don't know. So,
I don't.
I have returned. I have returned with the tabs.
Really, earlier you were just pretty happy on VC. Damn.
Ah,
Are you doing
I
tab?
had some resignations happen in work and stuff like that. So
Again. Damn.
All right. So Battle of the
You-
Lanyards, I guess, with me and Mark.
Oh, okay.
All right. So this is Sexpo from I think 2016.
what is Sexpo? Hold on. What is that?
Sir.
The name says itself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
let me Google that while you go on.
This is from YCon 2014.
Deoxy 690, huh? Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know I had so many of these. Here's YCon from 2011. So I think it was sports themed back then. I didn't know I had all of these. Oh shit, I right clicked. We got YCon 2010.
Mhm.
Oh my god, I just found out the context
Those
of Sexpo.
badges
Okay,
are
great.
nicer than these ones.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to the land of Down Under to find out what's going on down under.
Right? We're gonna find Ash's burner account.
And then here's PAX 2017, and then PAX 2018.
I gotta clip
And
them
here's
'cause
my
I
old-
can't move them while they're clipped. Hold on.
Yeah.
There's too many.
Yeah, that's my little lanyard collection that I gather up over time. I've also got business cards that I collect from people, but I don't want to put
Oh, I do
numbers
the
on
same.
stream.
Yeah, no, I got it. So I have
Um,
2013
I've
New York
got-
Comic Con Press,
Oh.
Boston Festival Indie Games in 2015, New York Comic Con 2015, TwitchCon 2016. I have Kineticon 2011, PAX East 2012.
Wait, you were at ConnectCon 2011?
Yeah.
Oh, I was at ConnectCon 2011.
Wow. You definitely saw me then.
Yeah, I went to go see the what do you call it? They're the Team 4-Star live. They had their like.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna go
nice.
check that out.
I have. I'm gonna go through all my videos now and see if I can find you because I have a lot of videos and photos from that event.
Don't know.
That was 12 years ago, though.
I save everything. I have big external.
But also, did you look like that profile image that pops up when you go?
No, that was
that on cam.
2014. Then I got PAX East 2012, PAX East 2011, ConnectCon 2015,
See, all I got
ConnectCon
is like
2012.
Anime Week in Atlanta. I don't go anywhere. I live in Georgia, so
San Diego
where can I go?
Comic-Con 2019. Then I have the ones over here.
I was go to
E3 2015, 2016, Power Morphicon, and TwitchCon 2019. Exhibitor. I got an exhibitor that time. I don't care. My name's public on my Twitter handle. So.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Quick question for you guys. Well, did you guys know they sold like the crown and like in the flashback in Toku Collectibles?
The what?
You know the crown that you know in the flashback, the Reckless's crown. You know,
Oh yeah, I saw that for like ludicrous amounts of money.
I have not seen it.
I-
I'm going to
all right.
Toku Collectibles now. Crown.
I'm just gonna say this out loud. I thought about it.
It's
$400.
$400 for that shit.
All right, I was doing.
What is it made out of?
I can.
Is
I don't think it is.
Are those actual fine jewels on that?
And I like how they
Yeah.
put in like red letters. Cancellations are not accepted for this
Yeah.
item.
Because I feel like they don't have any allocated. They're gonna have. I think they're gonna cut off the pre-order beforehand. Just
They already cut it off. It's done.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's done.
Good
I'm
thing I
looking at
didn't
it
get
now.
What Party City crown are you getting for $200?
So I thought about it. Right.
It's right
Sounds
next to
like,
the
what if-
pinata that they did
what if
for
I
like
get this?
FanFest.
What if I get this crown and I just wear it like in
This.
all my videos?
Holy.
And then if I go to like Power Morphicon or Japan World Heroes, I make people crown me
Look,
and admit
if you
that I'm the king.
Those
if
better
you pay
actually
me
be
$20, I can make you this exact same crown.
I can think about this, but like, I need the Bandai tag. I need the just.
These are regular Hobby Lobby Joanne's rhinestones on here.
They ain't even-
This ain't like some premium shit. What the fuck are you talking? This is
Yeah,
adhesive fucking rhinestones.
that
Is it
big
really?
ruby better be an actual precious
I'm
jewel.
gonna look
Otherwise,
this
this
up. I'm
ain't
gonna look into
worth it.
this. I'm gonna look this up because this is. Oh,
It's like there's nothing here that speaks premium. Even like zooming in on this, I'm like, this is fucking plastic
It's so
with
thick
some texture.
on crown.
oh no! They just announced the SH Monster Arts Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I mean, look at these rhinestones. It's like legit just fucking. Yeah, no, this is not worth the $400 price tag. No one is buying this. Whoever bought this better be on Toku debt.
I want you on the
2023.
podcast.
Yes,
want
I
you on the
want to
podcast.
interview you. I want to be
can
like,
shame you. That's right.
why?
You got no proof. This is a personal attack.
Listen, just like a certain someone who bought a jacket, I will shame you.
You will become a regular on the live streams just so we can talk shit about you.
Also,
Wow.
he's Mark is right. That SH Red Blue Eyes White Dragon might just go immediately on my credit card.
God,
Oh,
just looking at this,
Anyway.
and it's so. Why would they have production shots with the camera and with the lights in the back?
But Cloudy, you know what you need? You need to get 3 of them now.
I know, and then I gotta get a 4th one just to destroy it in front of other people.
Yeah.
I say, oh, that looks pretty cool. Holy crap. That's
That-
like USD. That's like too many dollary dues for me.
That is quite a few dollar dues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If they do red eyes, then maybe. I like red eyes.
They need to release the Ultimate though.
The thing is,
They
it
don't
looks
know.
really good.
Yeah.
I'm very
The
Yeah.
Monster Art line is like, I know a lot of people don't talk
Mm.
about it. I don't either.
Does
'cause, like,
Collectibles have it?
I don't take.
Yeah,
It's under new
available
pre-orders.
right
The
now.
first one at the
Go
top.
to pre-order, new pre-orders. It's the very first
It's
one.
literally the first one.
New pre-orders. It's the tag in the
Yeah.
top right.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
at the
Just type
bottom.
in blue eyes. Just type in
Yeah.
blue eyes. There it is. Yeah.
It's nice.
So good.
So the SH
My
Monster
friend-
Art line
yeah.
is so clean. It's such a good lineup. It's very underrated because they really stuck to like Godzilla in the beginning, and they haven't really done a lot of other stuff with it. But it wasn't until like the last 2 years when Bandai's been doing pop-up shops around and all over the country. They've actually been unveiling newer monsters every time and going into like anime and this and that. So now they're expanding on it. So good.
Yeah.
I do believe they also released like a Getter Robo that recently that looks just ridiculous.
Yep. And this is I thought all the Dragon Ball figures are completely out of stock. Well, except for the new Frieza ones.
Oh, dude, you could split it in half.
Really?
Yeah, that Frieza one, the Mega Frieza, could split in half.
Oh, that's sick. Oh yeah, just for like that scene with the
yeah.
It's gonna be
At
sick.
the last photo, if you go to the last photo, you could see it
That's
fully
gonna be
like
really
coming
freaking
apart.
good.
I'm like, that is genius on their part.
That was perfect.
That's a
Why would I want an SH Figure Arts Red Ranger? And why would it be that expensive?
because it's
You know, I would only buy this if they had Trunks with the two faces. The one of the episode in which the cut happens, the one with the episode after where they gave him weird chin.
Right.
Oh.
There's I'm trying to think. Dilly, I don't get a lot of like SH figure arts for like Dragon Ball Z. I did get the Majin Vegeta. And I did get the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan with the Goku Spirit combo. Like I got those, but like I'm getting the Regan Blazar SH figure art for sure. Because we were talking about that before the stream. Played the ad. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, I need that. It looks too good.
Ooh, there's some new Pretty Cure stuff.
I haven't kept up with Pretty Cure in a long time, so
Same.
I've never kept up with Pretty Cure.
I watch it because it's the first thing that airs right before Geats.
well, yeah, that's
I
how
don't
their
watch
lineup typically goes.
It's pretty good.
I don't. Watch
Meanwhile,
it.
you can go ahead and get this premium ID core of Dabhan if you want wins.
No, thank you.
Right next to each other. That's the whole reason why we had that episode last week.
Whoa, that Digivice is quite expensive.
Yeah, I saw
No
that too.
Comment.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
I think it's
the Ken one.
Yeah.
I think it's voice activated as well,
It
from what
is.
I've heard. Yeah.
Oh.
I pre-ordered the Ken one just because we never got that one really as a normal release. Like I had the blue
I'm gonna
regular
buy those
version
ID
one.
cores.
Why does the trainers one have to be out of stock? I really like the trainers one.
All right, so we managed to kill like 40 minutes.
30 minutes tonight, not bad.
That
So
was
we're
me
good, right?
trying.
Are we done? Are we good?
Oh.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Are we free to
someone gonna
go?
is someone gonna throw something over here?
No, I've got nothing.
Damn. Okay, great. Mark's got nothing. Not even a pickle to consume.
I was at pickles. Always. I need to like put these in a separate container now. I can't reach in there. I'll get my hand stuck. It'll look weird. Like, are you fisting a pickle jar? It's like, no.
It's gonna be like that guy from Clerks that gets his hand stuck in a Pringles
You
can.
gotta go in like this with like a couple of fingers and go in there and then expand as you go in.
Yeah, but the problem is you have to like.
That's gonna get
contract to
taken
back
out of context.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just expand fist once you get in there. Just that's how you do it.
Previously learned at the Sexpo.
Yeah, let's talk pickles now.
Listen, I'm not a dill chip guy. I'm more of like the Vlasic crunch, nice kosher pickle spear. But
What's
Dill
my
chips.
favorite kaiju in Blazar? Bazonga comes to mind because, of course, with a name like Bazonga.
I'll tell you,
Like-
that's the only name you remember.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like Bazonga is just like the second they brought him out, I'm like, whoa, Bazonga.
It's a very distinguishable name.
True.
Now I think I kind of forgot the other names now. Uh-oh.
Bazinga. I mean, no, that we're not making this a Big Bang Theory thing.
No, please.
Because
I
I could
started
never get
rewatching
into
that.
Big Bang Theory, so
I started watching
I
it, and
watched-
now I'm like, the science is all off.
I never
It's-
got
I
into
watched,
it. So.
I watched the first 3 seasons and then I dipped.
It's such a
It's
show
so
made
survival.
for like it's made for like the hipster kind of nerd. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
It popularized the nerd culture that is now mainstream.
And
Yeah.
it's so annoying.
In a way, yeah. It's like, man, I remember when we got like teased all over the place for being nerds, and now it's like commonplace. It's
Oh, you're a
weird.
nerd. That's so cool.
So,
and, you know,
Omega posted chat. Yeah, I've heard of that guy. I'm actually subscribed to that channel because the mashups and some of the cool stuff he does on his channel is insane.
Remember 2.5 Men?
No, I
Yeah.
never
Oh
watched
yeah,
it.
with Charlie Sheen.
Never watched that either. So
Oh,
That's how the
you'd have
theme
a
song was in
blast.
my head, but I've never watched it.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple seasons.
I've seen most of it. I never saw like how it ended. I didn't really care for like the later seasons when they brought in Aston Kutcher.
It wasn't great. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying
I
to
watched
think
the first like maybe first season and a half after they brought him in, and then I just stopped caring.
trying to think of the last sitcom that I watched, and I think it was like just that 70s show, and I didn't even watch the final season because it just went downhill.
For me, it was How I Met Your Mother.
I've never seen. That's the one I haven't seen, and everyone
I liked it. I liked it quite a bit.
like I watched it when it was on TV back in the day, but I haven't gone back and binged it because I don't know.
Real quick, we got a super chat. Oh my god, Bench is in the way. From Giannuccio, everyone's favorite X8 writer that's not Dan Kuruto. And I'm going to say Dan Kuruto's dad.
I'm gonna say Brave.
Brave, okay.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
Brave guy.
I like Snipe.
It's not. Yeah. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like
Just from a
Snipe
suit
and Brave.
standpoint.
Yeah. Like I like Brave's suit, especially its final form with like the Final Fantasy logo that came in. That was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Snipe is great as well. Like I want to go back and watch. I want to go back and rewatch X8.
It's still good. It's just it's hard
yeah.
to watch now with everyone just like, oh my god, X is like the greatest shit ever.
Yeah, they keep hyping it up to being like the greatest ever. And it's just like me being week to week on this franchise for so many years before X8 came out. Like, it's good. Like, Kiriya's death was just like, oh my god. And then it
And
technically
Christmas,
got
too.
rewrote. And then it's just like, oh, he's back.
It's technically like
It was great when we just saw like the bike show up, and it's just like, oh, you're using his lifeless husk to ride around in. That's kind of morbid. But then they brought him back, and it's just like, oh well, okay, there it is.
Yeah. I'm almost done with Fires. I'm 5 episodes ago. I don't know what I'm gonna watch after that. I'm trying to think. It might be
Did you
Sentai. It might
watch
be right
Kabuto
after.
already?
Did you watch the movie yet?
No, I gotta watch the movie as well.
Yes,
Did
watch
you-
the movie after
Have
that.
you seen Kabuto?
I haven't seen Kabuto.
Watch it.
Kabuto next, and do not watch the last 3 episodes under any circumstances. They don't
You
exist.
should watch Blade
Just don't. Don't do it.
twice.
But for
It's like-
Kabuto is one of those where once you get to where I forget which episode is it where they start teasing hyperform. But
It's 20. No, yeah, it's like 27.
once you start getting to that where they start teasing it at the end, watch the film. Just watch the film.
It makes so much sense when you watch the film.
Yes.
But yeah, the thing is, I want to check out all these writer series. It's just like not enough planters, we'll say, for when I want to acquire them. Because I want to watch Kyoryuger because it's like the 10th anniversary.
I have it. Just hit me up. I can send them to you. Mark also probably has them as
I have
well. We
everything.
can send them to you. We've
Okay,
got these hard drives filled with
yeah.
Toku.
I know. Like they're a godsend when I'm on the train to
1
work.
terabyte
and
Kamen Rider, 1 terabyte Super Sentai.
That's how I watched a lot of that's why I got through like Fires pretty quickly because I would watch 2 episodes on the train to work and 2 episodes coming back.
Yeah, because recently someone was just like, yeah, I'm trying to find this hard to find music. And I'm like, oh, I've had those downloaded for years.
Oh yeah, so that's
There you
someone
go.
also told me about that.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, got all this content. That's what happens when talking to old guys that have been watching Toku for a long time. We just happen to have them. So, where's the hard drive for Ultraman? Mark, where's your hard drive for Ultraman?
You mean all the Blu-rays I keep buying and DVDs I keep buying?
There you go. Pedal the official shit.
I support all releases of Ultraman. And you could go to Ultraman Connect also, and their YouTube channel also has a bunch of stuff. I have a rule like once it's officially released, and I have it in my possession. What's the point of having it uploaded anywhere? Like
No,
or even
I'm the same. I'm the same. If it's on
Now-
Netflix and
Now do I have a
watch it
secondary
before-
hard copy somewhere just in case? Of course, that's what the
Yeah.
little thumb drives
Yeah,
are
absolutely.
for.
I mean, I will still buy them.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I'm not going to keep another
Backup
copy for
copy.
myself.
Wait, quick
Yeah,
question
yeah.
for you guys, because I've talked like to Mark and Zio about belts like to no end, but like out of curiosity, like Sentai morphers or changers, like what's like your like ideal your favorite ones?
In like Mega
Die
Ranger.
Ranger. Die Ranger.
Ranger is pretty good. Trying to think.
Because there's a lot of really good ones.
Like, I really want to get, and I hate that I missed out on this years ago, the Artisan collection for the Die Ranger. The Aura Changers. I really want those. Like, that's like on the bucket list of shit I gotta have before I die. Is
I'm bringing up
like
the
bury me in
wiki.
these.
I'm bringing up the wiki.
I like the versus changer from Lupat. I know a lot of people don't like Lupat. I like that season. It's one of
there's not a lot of people like
I liked it. I just
like these.
raged so many times at like the cross sections of like, find out who they are. They're right there. That's who they are. Just right there.
That was
Right next to you.
frustrating, and it wasn't sly like in a way of like you think it's like, oh haha, they out tricked you. It's just like no, like it's pretty obvious. But then I figured the demographic, and I always had to take that into consideration. But at the same time, like I would have figured out who they were already.
Also,
I
if
already
you
did.
watch Kabuto, like the second I watched it, I was like, that's the Bistro. That's the Bistro from Kabuto.
Okay,
They're
now
using
all
the
these
same
people-
fucking set.
All these people are
Yep.
saying Lupat is good. Lupat is pretty peak. Oh, also for Jack Spider, but
I
it's
hear a
Jack
lot.
Spider.
I thought Lupat did really well, like
Just-
for like the
So what
podcast.
I was talking about how I couldn't get in the Don Brothers, like watching it week to week. Of course, I got a lot of flack, and I was like, "Well, give me some suggestions." And people were like, "Lupat." That there's always
Yeah,
these people that were
yeah.
like, "Oh no, you don't want to watch that. You got to go watch this one instead." And that, and I'm like, "All right," but I watched Lupat first, and I was like, "This is actually really good."
And the
Hmm.
no. The way that Lupat works is it's literally the Lupin Ranger show featuring the Pat Rangers, which is
Yeah.
one thing that I hated because based off of the press conference leading up to it, I thought it was going to be a very even tone show. Especially since they gave us two versions of the intro, a Lupin Ranger version, a Pat Ranger theme, and I thought going into it that they were going to like play one theme for what characters they focused on and the other theme for like the other characters, and then when they actually had a proper mashup episode, that's when we would have the actual intro of the two of them combined. But no, we didn't get that. So
Someone in chat pointed out something. Was it Canty? The super mini plot for Die Ranger Mecha. That mini plot is insane.
Is that out yet, or is that the Tiger
No,
Zord one?
The Die Ranger
Tiger.
one. I think
They
it's
announced
out.
something wrong, Tiger.
I don't know if it's fully out yet. Like I've seen
Yeah.
photos and stuff like that because I am going back. I'm getting the Zoo Ranger one, the re-releases because I never got it. And let's face it, for Power Rangers, like I need this Battle Caesar and the Megazord.
Yeah.
Actually went back and I ordered some of the Lupat mini plas because I didn't realize how long mini plas have been coming out. It's one of the older candy toy things from Bandai. It's older than the Sotos. It's older than Shotos. I think older than Converse. And they have a lot of them. And I've been finding them on like Mercari, Bai Japan, and Madarake. And I saw some of that. I was like, oh, there's so many mini plas now.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
let's see. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about Lupin Ranger and how, the Lupin Rangers technically stole the spotlight. It was pretty much the Lupin Ranger show featuring the Pat Rangers, which is my biggest issue with that franchise because it had potential. I loved the prospect of it. It definitely had so much potential. And then it became the Lupin Ranger show.
Yep.
Yeah. And a follow up to our binge thing, like, so now once a month I'm picking a Super Sentai season. Because I'm checking through this month I'm taking off. So next month I'll probably watch something I still have time.
Did you
And
finish Die Ranger?
No.
No.
Not yet.
Ooh.
I've been trying. I've been busy and I keep forgetting.
Mm.
So I just have my Fire HD and I I hacked it. So I
Right.
can just get all that crap off.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And put Google Play Store on there like it should be. And I got just load up like one whole season on there and like, okay, I'll just chip away at it. And then once it's done, I remove it off there and put another one on. Because
Yeah.
I see a lot of people tweeting like their watch threads of what they finished. And I'm like, how are people finishing full Super Sentai season in like a week?
It's
every week.
it's a struggle. I did Die Ranger in a week, but that's because it was like COVID.
Yeah,
so
that's different. That's special.
They're either like putting it, watching it in the background and not really paying attention to it, or like they're
Yeah, I'm like
either
with
watching reviews or something.
with a lot of Sentai seasons, because they're so like very episodic, it's hard to watch them in like a binge model. It doesn't matter how good the season is. A lot of them are like, I could probably get through like 5 episodes a day if I was to watch a Super Sentai season. Even if it was like my favorite, even if it was Dawn Brothers, I'd be like, you know what? 5 episodes is enough that I can handle for this time being. And like, this is great, but it's just like,
I can't keep going.
Yes. I need a break
so like,
real quick.
So right now, like I'm currently on let's see, what is it? I'm on episode 31 of Die Ranger.
Nice.
And that's with like, and I'm like, okay, I was like, but it's been so that I'm
If
like,
you take break,
yeah, I have
yeah,
to.
I
Like,
know.
this
I'm
is
the
a
same.
lot.
I'm the same. I watched X8 and I think I made it to like the death scene, and then I think I took a break for a bit, and then I had to go back and rewatch the series from start to finish. Yeah, like if I take a break from something like Sentai or Rider, like even though it's on my hard drive and I can watch it whenever, if I take a break from something like that, I feel so out of it.
Yeah, and I just have to like digest what I like. Especially like I'll try and do like 10 episodes in a day, and then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of burnt out now. Let me sit back and relax.
I feel like
Mega Ranger and Gingaman. Sorry, Mega Ranger and Gingaman. I also watched in a week with those with Danny.
Oh yeah, those are good though. Those are really good.
Thing is, I couldn't get into Gingaman. I watched like the first couple episodes and I was like, I just can't get into this. So Gingaman's one of those seasons that I just couldn't finish.
I'm sure Cloudy will agree with me. You know, it's easy to binge and get into Ultraman.
Yep. Because there's the thing, most of them are short, and the ones that aren't are also really good. Yeah. And it's just, you don't have to commit too much. Just do 2 episodes a day. You'll be done in like a week and a half. Done. There you go.
I'll gladly binge some Power Rangers Lost Galaxy.
Lost Galaxy. Oh God.
Ooh. Hey, I love Lost Galaxy. Like Lost Galaxy was technically my gateway into Star Trek because I couldn't get into Star Trek when I was a kid. But then watching Lost Galaxy, because the way it was structured, like made me want to like check out other shows that were similar to it. And then I got into the Next Generation right after it.
Oh no, Lost Galaxy is great. I just said, oh God, because Orb typed in something right after that made me like, oh God, I would love to watch that again.
Mebius?
Yeah. It's my favorite.
I've
keep my opinion myself on
yet.
that. You could go watch my freaking Ultraman ranking videos for all the backlash I got for not loving Mebius.
What? You don't love Mebius? The Lord and Savior himself? Okay.
No.
All right.
Lightspeed was peak except for what's her name? Vampire?
Vipra.
Yes. Her acting was so goddamn bad. Like I swear I've seen 2x4s act better than her. It was so fucking bad.
But Lightspeed rescue.
It sucks that they like reused the speeder that the Silver Ranger used in space for her to have in there, because I was just like, oh no, it's.
But that intro for Lightspeed also kick ass.
I mean, it's great, but her acting isn't.
True. Oh, Ultraman R&B.
Smashing it, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Don't watch it.
So,
our Rube is, or RB, however I want to say. I used to say RB, then everyone's like, it's Rube, and I'm like, fine, whatever. It's great. I rewatched it before a segment before Revice aired, because I told everyone there's some parallels to the show, and to an extent, I was right.
I couldn't disagree more with Mark.
What do you mean?
Just great. Like my least favorite Ultraman show, the only one that I think is bad. It's so bad, in fact, that Sai couldn't finish it.
Nah.
And this is Sai we're talking about.
Some people just can't handle humor and greatness.
I mean, I do like the villain, at least the first act villain. He was really good.
Yeah.
Aizen was pretty fun.
Since the chat is essentially asking for it, let me cue this up. Let me just out here just for some Viper action. It was mostly for the bench that just got moved away. Magically,
Sorry.
the magic bench moving away.
Yeah, I'll put it here.
Okay, right there. You know that bench acts way better than her already, just covering her head.
Oh my!
Yeah. I thought you were gonna play a clip of her bad acting real quickly. in the chat,
Oh
but
no, I was not gonna get copyright claims like that. No, there's no way. Not gonna do that.
Not for that. Not for that.
No, definitely not for that. I've watched enough videos of people talking about her bad acting ahead of me remembering her bad acting and just going like, she was cute though. So all right, we got another super chat with bench.
I got
So Zio, when are we gonna watch Power Rangers on Saturday? Oh my god, I don't know. Maybe
We
when
will.
someone picks that. As
RPM.
an option. Wait, RPM, isn't that with that chick from iZombie?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hayes acting,
and
yeah.
and guy from Jessica Jones.
I mainly care about the chick from iZombie. But yes, I'm in.
You're in? That's all it took? Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's
Because
go.
this is the chick from iZombie.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
guys,
all-
we got him. We got him.
Got him.
Trust me, when I figured
You
that
just
out,
have
I
to
watched
remind me.
RPM. I watched
Yeah.
RPM
I
after
will-
I learned
I will
that
make
too.
sure.
So.
I didn't know about like that she was in RPM until after iZombie, and I was like,
I can watch this show. This is a good show.
okay, it's already. I'm interested. Great.
Yep.
Bet.
Let's go.
Got him.
All right, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't think I can milk it for 12 more minutes.
No.
No, let's go ahead and cut it right there because I'm
Like-
also like, we've been milking this
Yeah.
for.
No,
The fact
not
that
even
50
milking
of
it.
y'all stick around.
52.
I don't
Bro,
think
it's-
retention
okay.
is insane.
I think milking is the wrong thing. Like just winging it, so to speak.
Yeah.
If we're not milking
Yeah,
this,
winging
or
it,
like
yeah.
this
It's
is
off
kinda like
script.
conversation
Well,
we
not
have,
even
yeah.
off script. It's completely off like
Just-
agenda, just
yeah.
completely just
Just-
off the
just
cuff
like-
type shit.
Yeah.
It's like the unwinding after all the structure of everything. Plus, we all need to digest my great Geats ending.
Honestly,
Like,
that was the
so-
highlight of this entire stream.
We had like 78 to like 80
Yeah.
viewers during that portion of it. They were in it for your bit.
So I probably spoiled.
That was
Played for
that was
80
more
people.
effort than you put into your reviews, my guy. Like you
I
gotta you gotta do it.
Yeah, that was insane. And it only took what 7 minutes? You said.
Yeah,
Ex-
basically because 8 minutes.
Exactly.
No, 8 minutes because
If
7 minutes.
your
were perfect.
reviews were in like stick figure form and you went through them like
Yeah.
clips.
Okay, I thought about this because like I know like
This
the
is
amount
how
of
we pad out
different
12
things I know
minutes.
is weird, so I could do minor animation. And I thought about it, but I was like, I don't feel like it. Like I have like I can't sit still for that long to do all this stuff. Like I'm just like I barely make it this long with the live stream, honestly. That's why I turned off my camera off. I gotta walk over there, stretch my legs, I gotta grab pickles, come back. Oh, now I need Takis. Now I need a drink. Oh, look, now I got like freaking Pringles. I was like,
Oh my god! Oh no, the wife is coming in.
nah, just watching Mario.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
The subtitles on, so I know what's going on.
it's a good movie. It's a good
It
movie.
is.
Great movie.
Also, a
Still
great
my
movie.
movie of the year.
Blue-
Is-
Oh yeah, can't wait to see that. That's gonna be great.
18th of August or 8th of August. Is that next? I think it's no, it's 18th. Can't wait. And Blue Beetle Graduation Day, the trade paperback, was released this past Wednesday. It is on Amazon. It's like $14. It is peak Blue Beetle.
Honestly,
But Mark,
the Blue
is it
comics are
Toku?
weird.
Yeah. I want to say
Got him.
but
Yep.
when I bought the figure, it came with a comic book at Target. So I'm like, I don't. It's all right. It's not Toku, but there are Toku inspirations in it.
Hey, once the
Like-
blue comes out, it'll be Toku.
Yeah, it's not Toku though.
Oh, no.
But it's a great movie. Can't wait. Go buy the trade. Also, the
Main
Nice
actor of
other
Cobra
stuff.
Kai is gonna be in there. It's gonna be great.
Zolo. Yeah,
Yep, Zoe.
All right, so here's the thing. I'm gonna ask y'all what you got to plug, and then we're gonna close out on Mark eating a pickle on
Okay.
full screen. Okay.
Nice.
So full. I'm so
All right.
full.
All right. So Cloudy, what you got going on?
Next
You made
week,
your
what?
channel yet? You
Yes.
made your channel yet?
Yeah,
Cloudy
I'm
with a
about
chance
to
of
say the
Toku?
name. I'm just naming I'm just telling you the name right now.
Okay.
All right. What next week? Toku Odyssey. Putting out my first video. Okay. You're gonna watch it.
All right. Okay. Ash, what you got going on?
I'll show you right now because I've been working on the thumbnail while I do this. So
Little sneak
I am
preview?
cooking.
World premiere?
I've written the script. I've gotten the B-roll footage. I'm probably going to edit it and record it today, maybe. But I've got this cooking.
Oh, you going over the comics?
Ooh.
Comics and Once and Always a little bit.
Good, because that's one of the things I've been hyping up.
Broken helmet.
Rocky on the Rocky comics is just
Yeah.
so
All right, Mark, what you got going on before you eat that pickle? And I'm gonna
so-
full screen on you before I end the stream.
If you're subscribed to the channel, you'll see the scheduled live going for tomorrow for Tokusatsu Hangover. I'm gonna make either some Yodos or this Shin Kamen Rider model kit without the bench in the way. Actually, with the bench. Okay, it's not a 3D image. It won't work. That's it. I'm actually close to hitting 1,100 subscribers. For some odd reason, you guys like my non-review videos, so I'm just not going to review stuff anymore. You did this to me. So-
Review those pickles. What's the flavor profile?
This is Mount Olive. These are kosher hamburger. So, all right. Let's reach in there. Okay. All right. I need 3 fingers.
Okay.
Fist it.
Just get in there,
I
bro.
can't.
Get it.
They're kosher, right? So delicious. Automatically. Great pickle. Great pickle. Not a lot of vinegar to them. You know what? This company's been making them since 1926. I like it. 3 more years, they'll have a 100-year anniversary. Some great pickles. I'm gonna grab another one just for.
All right, closes out, Mark. What's the phrase? Oh my God, you froze with that in your mouth. Okay, go on.
Oh, no.
Almost choked. No, but that's tough. So what am I supposed to say now? Oh man, I'm so disorientated from pickle
Bye.
juice. Bye.
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 Wait, I'm